Throw your motherfucking hands.
Get 'em high.
What up? Welcome back to another edition of 1 a.m. podcast, man. I'm Rashad Milligan, joined here today by RB Mo and Jelani. Fellas, how are y'all doing? Happy Fat Tuesday. Happy Mardi Gras.
Hey, happy Fat Tuesday, man. The Rock is in the building, man. We want to give a shout out to Rock Nation real quick. You know, I just wanted to throw that out there, you know, since that is our intro, you know, the old Rockefeller gang, you feel me?
To the audience, to the people watching, I'm very excited to announce that we have officially signed to Rock Nation. We, you know, if we show up in the files, we have nothing to do with that. We just got here. You know, we're going to be wearing our paper plane hats. You're going to see us at the Rock Nation brunch next year. You know, the 1 a.m. podcast is going places.
Yeah.
We just deposited $5K in the account for us to keep watching football.
Thanksgiving, DJ
Facts.
Drama.
And football season ended. We're just going to watch the replay of last season over and over.
So I don't know if y'all seen. I saw it just because like I was on my phone more than usual the last couple of days because you know today's a holiday over here, so you know we don't have work on Fat Tuesday. But they try to get Beyonce out of here.
How?
She posted like a clip of Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance, and then she posted a picture of him saying love is stronger than hate. And then she posted a picture of her at a table with a Puerto Rican flag on it. And everybody's like, she's so performative. She's so performative. And I was just like, y'all know that Bad Bunny's a Rock Nation artist, right? And I don't think people like realize that he is a Rock Nation artist.
Yeah, that I'm pretty sure they don't understand that. And, you know, they just trying to, people be reaching, you know, they never seen them associated a day in their life, you know, and just assume that Beyonce just out here trying to pander. But, you know, I think also people can just be genuine fans of people and the message that they're promoting. I saw somebody do a conspiracy theory. Well, it's really like a little video about Bad Bunny and him being satanic and all that stuff. Yeah, I was like, oh man, that boy done made it. That's how you know you made it.
He said, oh no, not Bad Bunny.
Not Bad Bunny.
Do you remember when they first started accusing Jay-Z of being an Illuminati?
Mm-hmm.
Like when the On to the Next One video came out.
Right.
That was a whole era. Like I remember being in high school around that time, like middle school, high school. They had like whole videos I remember they tried to do it with LeBron too. Like he would break down his he was breaking down his
rejoin.
He
was definitely throwing up a couple of joints in that one. I ain't gonna hold you.
So you think LeBron is
no, I believe all of it. Like I believe all of it.
Oh, you all the way in. You got the 10.
Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye.
That's crazy.
I think they was all Rihanna.
Yeah.
And they was in the Rock like the.
I mean, but look, hold on. Okay, shout out to Memphis. I don't want no smoke with Memphis for sure. No. I don't mess with D because they shady. D, they just want to have my. While on the last album cover, Buddy doing this.
We're gonna lose our Rock Nation deal
already. Shout out Marco Plus. That's family. He also Rock Nation.
Hey, shout out Marco Plus. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's what. Hey, man, you got to make it to the top somehow, I guess.
I don't think everybody. This is my thing. Like when people talk about like selling your soul, I don't think people are literally like sitting around. I mean, maybe they are, but I don't think the artists are like sitting around a campfire sacrificing babies like like your boy Jay Epstein is. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's more so like compromising your morals as far as, you know, maybe you got to do certain things you might not want to do. It's a weird industry, but I don't think like people are literally selling their souls on like satanic rituals. As far as like a lot, not saying everybody is. There might be a few, but you got to be like, I don't think there's that many that's at that level to where they doing that.
Do you think is you don't think it's on there like some Sinner stuff? You seen Sinners?
Yo, and like more of Jelani is just unaware of everything. No, I haven't seen it. That's another movie. No, you know, but the reason I didn't see Sinners though is because when it came out, like everybody was spoiling the movie on Twitter. Like by the time, maybe like a week later, I knew a lot about the plot. So, but you could elaborate on your point though, still about what you were trying to say.
Oh, like yeah, the main character, you know, the vampires, the demons, they want to come in and essentially, you know, take Buddy's, you know, his power, you know, like his ability, his music and whatnot. And so essentially, you know, he has, you know, it's like pretty much like giving into it where, you know, he grew up in the church and whatnot, and then they try to like take him to the other side and whatnot. You know, so it's a lot of like little references to kind of like selling your soul and how they want his soul. That's kind of the whole moral of the movie, essentially. They want his soul, so that because of his musical ability, you know, because of how talented he is.
Yeah, I do think that we've heard enough artists like reference or like make like alluding to the idea. Like I remember Kendrick on To Pimp a Butterfly, like he had the I forget what the name of the song was, but you know what I'm talking about. Like when he's speaking from the when I get you, you know what I'm talking about. We talking about selling soul on there, but I'm saying like I do think that is a thing that happens in Hollywood or whatever, but I just don't know to what extent it is when they talk about like selling your soul. Like, is it doing things sexually that you don't want to do? Is it literally like signing your soul to like, how does the process work of selling your soul when people say that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, it'd be interesting. You'd be seeing the people, you know, usually artists that aren't, you know, that aren't that big, that were in the industry at one point, you know, like on a very lower level. And, you know, they talk about, man, I remember I went to, you know, this one famous person's house, and then I went, you know, they asked me to come down to the basement, and it just felt so dark. And, you know, pretty much it was just like they wanted I could tell that they wanted the spirits in there, wanted to take me and stuff. And, you know, you always hear little stories like that. So, you know, I don't know, you know, I've never, but, you know, at the same time, I get it where you can get caught up in the life of it, and it can be a dark feeling within it because there is so much negativity in the sense of the drug. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The drugs. There's, you know, like sexual immorality. You know, it's a lot of stuff just going on in these areas, and it can just feel like a dark energy over you when you're in those exact places. And, you know, it becomes so normalized that, you know, they feel like if you're not with it, then we need to keep this person on the outside because we don't know what they going to eventually tell, because now we don't know if we can trust them, whatnot. So I don't know to what extent that stuff is real, but I do hear I've heard a decent amount of stories like that. As I said, it's always from people who I went out to LA. I was working on, you know, albums for like, you know, a few months, and then they asked me and they was like, yeah, we gotta have your soul. And I was like, nah, I can't do it. So now I work at Target, you know, or something like that. But it'd be crazy.
Yo, Rashad, what celebrity would you be like the most disappointed if you found out they sold their soul? Like, which one would hurt the most?
I feel like pretty much everyone I really rock with, they have some weird stuff on them. Like Gambino one time at Met Gala, he showed up to the Met Gala with the thing on his back, and then he did the little sign with the hand fingers together. That's some like weird stuff. Solange, that disappointed me when I saw she had the little satanic little kind of altar that she be praying to and uploaded. It's definitely real.
Hold on. We can't assume the altars are just satanic though, because it's like it's different religions like they use altars and things like that.
Yeah, but it's like she had the candles and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like some witch stuff.
Yeah, it might be like witchcraft, but she's also from
the witch
I know they're from Houston, but like her family's from like Louisiana. Like they do stuff like that down there.
Yeah, but I don't rock with none of that stuff. I don't care where you from. You heard me? See, no. See, I don't want no smoke outside the door, y'all. That was a joke. I don't want no smoke when I walk outside.
You got cash money millionaires outside your apartment.
yeah. I don't want no smoke. But I mean, the stories are definitely real because you see this from Andre 3000. He put this in his cartoon, and then they like canceled the cartoon shortly after. Like you said, Kendrick has a song talking about it. Whoa, Vicky, she kind of fits like what you were talking about earlier, like the smaller, downsized celebrity talking about it. I've heard some things about some other celebrities from, we're from Atlanta, so when I meet other people from the city, like when I was at school for the first year in Valdosta State, it was a lot of people from like Southside, everything like that, East Point. So they went to school with a lot of kids who were famous parents and everything like that. And they were like, yeah, their dad, he goes to the Masonic lounge and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's definitely real. It exists. Lecrae, he also has a story. He was at a party one time and he said they told him to get out of there by midnight. And he said, what you mean? He was like, just be out by midnight. And he was like, okay. And he was just thinking, he was like, I'm a grown man. Like, you can't tell me to leave. So he stayed purposely at midnight just to see what would happen. And then he said at midnight, he was like, everybody just started making out with each other. And he was like, dudes was making out with dudes, women was like, he said it was weird. And of course, like, it was probably uncomfortable enough for him to just escort himself, see himself out. But yeah, it's just definitely a real thing. Go ahead, Jelani.
Okay, I get your overall point about, how that could be weird. However, I feel like a lot of times at parties, when there's a moment when everybody starts kissing, that might be a vibe. It could be, like under the right conditions. Like, if that's what you're into, I'm not necessarily going to kiss a guy, but
bro.
Like, I'm not judging the guy next to me. If I'm happen to be kissing a girl and there's a guy next to me kissing a guy and they're catching a vibe and the music is playing, I feel like that's kind of like what the club is for, man. That's inclusivity.
My boy, he doubling down on kissing in the club.
That's my. It's been a minute, but that's my. I look forward to that for the first time when that happens this year. Whenever that happens,
I do think it's a difference though between 1 and 2 couples doing it, and then everybody doing it.
Why is that?
Everybody doing this. That's weird.
It depends on how far it goes. Like if if it goes too far, then yeah, I get what you're saying because I'm not with that. But like in a party setting,
in a house, bro, like just imagine you're downstairs, right? You look to your right on the staircase. There's 3 sets of people just making out randomly on the staircase. Then you look behind you at the table where there's food and stuff like that. They all making out around the island. There's a couple people leaned up against the island, against all up on the chips, kissing. And then you got some folks, you turn around, there's some folks kissing over here by the window with the pool. Like, that's weird. That's mad weird. Everybody, bro, like NPCs, like they just stop walking, stop talking, and just start kissing at a certain time. Like the clock goes doom, doom, and then they all just like the little Ray Sherman challenge. That's weird, bro.
I mean, so to go back to the point, as I said, I think it's dark energy just because it's like it is very, immoral. I don't think it's necessarily like ritualistic, where it's like it's some ritual or something going on. So that's why I say that was my whole point. Where I don't know if all this stuff is necessarily satanic.
Well,
I
why
think
would Andre 3000 say it and then just leave the industry? Like,
I mean-
there's something to that.
No,
like,
I mean,
he's
I
big
think
enough.
it's like no,
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying I think it's the energy of it is so dark because of all the stuff that's going on. I don't think it's just because it's so deep in it, and the reason that because I have a homeboy that has been to like a sex club and here in Atlanta, and he's told me about his experience there, and it was just pretty much like everybody just kind of doing what they do, and he like people just watching. It's just like there's other couples next to him, there's just random, like he's doing stuff with his girl, there's other girls coming in, it's all the different stuff. And this is just a spot in Atlanta where it's not like it wasn't a satanic ritual going on. It's just a very sexually immoral place where I feel like there's maybe demonic energy from all the immorality of it, but I don't think it's necessarily like, all right, this is an actual ritual that is going on right now. And so that's why I say I think you get in so deep where it's like these people, they have so much money and they have so much power, and it's just like we could do whatever we want, and it's too much freedom where they just feel like God has just completely left those rooms sometimes. And I think that's the thing. I don't think it's necessarily like we're doing a ritual, but I think God is gone. He's not in this room, like this is on some whole other stuff, and people can feel that energy, where it's just like, all right, we're just around so much, like is the drugs flowing, everybody just doing whatever they want. It's Babylon, it's Babylon. Like in the Bible, it wasn't necessarily that they were doing satanic rituals, they were just way too free, like, and so that's where that's what I think is more of,
I can't, bro. Y'all have to understand, bro. Like you said, like both of y'all said, like I might not have been all the way in it, but I was close enough to see it and validate like a lot of the stuff that I thought as a kid watching YouTube conspiracy videos. Like that Kanye thing, bro, was weird, bro. It was weird. I was excited. This is Kanye West. It's like one of my childhood heroes, but that was weird. Like the whole thing was weird. And then he mentions like the Illuminati in the, you know what I mean? That was weird.
So
and then the Diddy
on the
thing,
Sunday
that
service,
was weird. Go ahead.
He was asking what was weird, and I'll tell him the Sunday service.
It was more than that, bro. It was a brunch. It was a triangle table. It was 3 tables in the shape of a triangle in a warehouse, and the lights were just like the tiles and stuff like that. You could barely see people's faces. You could see their silhouettes. Everybody had to wear black to come in. You know what I'm saying? So okay, the food.
I believe.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, because I believe there are some people on that. My point is, I don't think it's all on that. Like, I don't think it's like just because you at a Hollywood party and then it's just like you seeing people making out everywhere. I don't think it's necessarily a ritual. I think what may be going on, as I said, I just think it's like y'all are too free and God is just not in this at all, But I think there are some people who are like some of the higher ups. I do believe, like, especially when you see the who is buddy for, what is it, Balenciaga or Rick Owens? Rick Owens. Yes. Like, you seen him and his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah. I 100% believe they are witches, like they worship, whatever they got going on, and because if you see them, they just like, okay. And then I've also seen, there's other big stars who are within that. Yeah, look at her. But it's like other big stars who associate with them. I do believe, they start to dive in that, because I do believe there are witches. There are people who are doing demonic stuff. So that's my point is, I don't think all of Hollywood is just like doing demonic rituals. That was my point. I do believe, like, when you say when you go into the Sunday service, like, I can see that being a weird, like, and I don't know, Kanye might be on that, and if you feel like, you was there for that, I could definitely see that. But I'm saying just in the overall sense of every Hollywood party that's just where they're, because as I said, there's these sex clubs in Atlanta, and I'm like, I know people who've been there. It's like, it's not a demonic ritual. It's just everybody just in there don't care. It's
demonic nature though.
Yeah, it's demonic nature, and that's what I was saying. It's not necessarily like a ritual. Like, these people aren't going in like they're not walking in there and then it's like they putting up the LeBron, like doing little hand signs and stuff when they walk in. It's not like you signing, like they're not cutting they wrists with blood and now you finna put it on. They just going in there being sexually immoral, and so, which is demonic nature. Yes, I'll give you that. But it's a difference between a ritual and just being demonic nature. You get what I'm saying? It's like a ritual of where we're sacrificing something. This is for the gain of something. Like somebody gaining energy out of this, like energy being like, of course, energy is being exchanged out of that. But I don't think it's like there's a particular, it's just, there's a difference. So that's what I'm saying. But I do believe that to some extent there are stuff going on. Like, because I don't know if you ever seen the videos of, it was like, everybody talks about Lady Gaga, but I remember it was like a video of Lady Gaga at some party with them. And it was like, I don't know, they were doing some weird stuff, bro. It was just like they were cutting, it was like a fake body or something in a thing. And they were sitting there like, they said it was a fake body, I don't know. But it was just like weird stuff like that. You see pictures and videos of stuff like that going on. And
I mean, no, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No, you good.
No, I mean, like some of that be kind of performative though. I do want to, like, before I say that, I do want to clarify. It is a bunch of people kissing and dancing in the house versus a bunch of people kissing and dancing in the club is two very different things. I will say the former is a lot more like that's a lot that could be viewed a lot darker. Like if I was at a party at a house and people started, you know what I'm saying, especially like out of nowhere, I could see, you know, how that could be like, okay, this is kind of crazy. In the club though, I do think I'm not gonna say it's normal to see every single person. I've never seen that happen, but like a bunch of people at once, I feel like that's kind of standard. But
a club is regular people.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, no, it could be high-end people at the club too.
No, 100%. But I'm saying the whole thing, like it's like Diddy's part of, like, remember, like I said, like when they asked me was I going to Puff House, bro, at the BET Awards, like it was like, if you ain't said yes, if you wasn't already in there on the list or whatever, they ain't talking to you no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so when you go to Puff's house, it's literally just people who like was approved, went through the thing, Puff House, take your phone, everything like that, zip it up in the little thing. Like, it's like that. You know what I mean? That's the difference between the club where it's like, oh, Puff hosting, doing this club hosting, you know, free before 11. Pull, you know what I mean? It's a bit of a difference.
I've never been in a club and I've seen more than two people making out.
That's what I'm saying, because you can't control the masses. It's public people.
No, I'm saying where they ain't, like, I've never seen more than two people making out in the club. You'll see that one couple making out at like separate times, but it ain't like a free for all just going on, like
because it's not controlled. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, facts.
There's a difference between like the Hollywood parties and an Airbnb somewhere in Beverly Hills, as opposed to like, you know what I mean? Just the regular thing that everybody's like, say it's a big old flyer. Oh, Puff's hosting the BET Awards after party at club, you know what I'm saying? Palladium, whatever the case, right? Pull up. And then you go and Puff is in there, he in a section, he might grab the mic. How we feeling, BET, LA, we partying tonight. And then he leaves at 3. What did you say?
Oh no, I just hit the quick like Diddy ad lib.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean? So he get in at 2 or he get in at 1 and he leave at 3. Like that's different. The real party is the after party at Puff House, where it's French Montana, Fabulous, you know what I mean, and whoever else, and all his sons and whoever else, you know what I mean. That's what we talking about. All the weird, you know what I mean. So
yeah, and when you just feel comfortable, because you know everybody in here, nobody wants to talk about what's going on in here, you know. So
and they also have NDAs, all that.
Yeah, no, exactly, you know. But yeah, no, I've definitely been to a house party where you seeing a few couples making out. It's like they over here, they over there. It's like everybody just like, hey, minding their business. So it'd be like that. But you know, it's crazy that we started off with this topic because I actually wanted to bring this up where I was watching a video the other day and it was on Instagram and it was talking about this lady. Well, so it was like this one lady talking about this other lady on this video where she was going up to a guy who was preaching in the street and then was trying to do a witch handshake with him. And he could feel the energy of her. So he was just like, no, like, I'm not shaking your hand. Cause she was just like, just shake my hand. Just shake my hand. And she just like, and he was just like, nah. And then he was like, you're doing some stuff that, yeah, this is the exact video. Yeah, you can go ahead and play it.
It's so Christian to shake hands with people. It's so Christian to be nice to shake hands with people.
That's neat.
Nice to meet you.
I just feel uneasy. Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa, what do you mean? Whoa. Some.
Yeah, I know.
You dabbling in something God hasn't told you to dabble in?
Yeah.
You need to repent. I'm going to read your scripture. No. I know what you're trying to do. And we rebuke this in the name of Jesus. We do not condone.
Okay, so I'm an ex-witch. This is a witch handshake.
Almanac Switch.
Yeah, but you know, she goes into
Almanac Switch. I'm sorry. that was it.
But yeah, she goes into just how, and then like that made me go down a rabbit hole of like, what is a witch handshake and all this stuff. And essentially, you know, it's the people, you know, witches who they come in to put like their hand on like a finger on like, you know, your vein on your wrist so that they can, and then while they'll smile in your face, you know, and say like, you know, they can say things about God, they'll be sitting there transferring energy to you that of like negativity, of like sexual immorality, this, that, and the other. And then I end up hearing this other lady talking about how she was, you know, she was part of the covenant and they were sent to different places to like infiltrate like churches and, you know, stuff like that. So she went to the one, this was out in Africa, and she went to a pastor who was like, had a growing church, you know, and there was like, he was just so strong, you know, like with his, like the power of God was so strong within him. So she went in and infiltrated him and said within, you know, like 3 months, she was able to, you know, like have pretty much put on like a demonic energy of like, you know, where he ended up like having an affair and then losing the church within like a few months or whatever. And, you know, or they'll do like a demonic spirit of doubt into people where they don't even want to like be prayer warriors anymore, stuff like that. And I was watching this and I was just like, man, like, I don't want to, this just changed my perspective of like, you know, like just how I interact with people, because I think I mentioned this on here before. Like, I've dated girls with books about being a witch. Like,
I don't play that. Look. I'm so strict. It's such a strict program around here. If I hear you got stones, I'm cool, my baby. You good. I don't care how good you look, because you know they be looking the best too. The ones with the little stones and the ooh-wee. Because you know I'm a sucker for some nice little dreadlocks, some messy dreads. Ooh, that show that you done had them for a little minute in your head. Ooh-wee. Them be the most evil one. I'm cool, my baby. If I found out you got a little thing of pebbles and you talking about, ooh, the rocks are crystal. Oh, man, oh no. Keep that over there. We ain't doing that.
Facts. No, facts, bro. And you know, it's like I completely agree. Cause those type of women I was attracted to for a good minute, because I dated at least 3 different girls who was like doing full moon rituals, and you know, they would one girl had a book on how to be a witch, you know, and like witchcraft and stuff. And but I just kind of like, all right, you know. And I remember one time I went to this one girl. So it was like I was on a date with one girl, and then she took me to her homegirl crib. And that girl was like, yeah, you know, she was a self-proclaimed witch. And so, you know, this is like early 20s. I'm like, all right, you know, whatever. And, you know, they bust out some tarot cards. I think, you know, I want to say, yeah, like she read me a tarot card, I want to say. And, you know, and I was just like, all right, whatever. You know, it's just like at the time I was just kind of like, man, you know, all this is just some BS anyway. But, you know, now that I've gotten older, I'm like, I would never associate with none of that no more.
Is literally just like this. If you believe in the Holy Ghost, if you believe in the Holy Spirit, if you believe in Jesus Christ, then the other side got to be real too. Demonic spirits has to be real too. If you believe in the Holy Spirit, demonic spirits have to be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just reminded me, hey, I need to kind of put up a tougher boundary. I already had boundaries up, you know what I'm saying, about you know the homie Mo. I think Jelani might know too. That had the birthday book.
Yeah.
And if you're watching this, yes, I'm talking about you. The shoe fit. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay. So when Rashad acting short, he is, because you had the birthday book. I can't just move past that, player. And you tried to equate it to me listening to Tony Snow. I'm gonna listen to Tony Snow. I'm gonna listen to somebody rapping about wrapping up some bricks and putting them on the road. Like, I'm gonna listen to my trap music. It is what it is. But I ain't with that witchcraft, birthdays, the moon and the star and the we ain't doing none of that. That's where I draw the line. It is what it is. I had a this is a story. I'm hesitant because the family, like the mom and stuff like that, she still, you know what I'm saying, respect me, everything like that. I check in on her, make sure she's good. Someone that I went to school with, college, she had, you know what I'm saying, a little crush on her, whatever. She moved up to New York, and in New York she kind of just went like off the deep end. Apparently I didn't even realize until afterwards, but she was like, you know, she had a whole YouTube channel where she was doing nothing but casting spells, reading little tarot cards and stuff, and she was calling herself a witch, and she's like, you know, I'm a witch and this and that. Bro, this girl might have been 25, 26, 27, bro. Dead. Like, I go to the service, everything like that, out in Gwinnett. And when we get to the burial site, I'm asking, you know, I just like, hey. That's like, yeah. I said, what happened? They said to do. I said, yeah. They said, bruh, her roommate said that she was just like, I had a headache. She went in the room one day and she didn't come out for 2 days. So they like knocked on the door, checked on her, and that's why they found out that she was no longer breathing. Bruh, perfect, fine shape. Normal 26, 27-year-old, but bragging, going around talking about I'm a witch and doing all that. Boy, man, that stuff real, boy. I tell you that.
No, facts.
I appreciate you telling me that story, because now I'm going to be terrified to go to sleep tonight. as far as like the witches go, I do believe like that witchcraft is a real thing. I definitely believe that voodoo and like manifestation and certain things like that are very real. I will say though, as a kid, I was a big fan of, as a small child, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, both the live version and the animated version used to come on television.
What about
Also,
Harry Potter?
I was just about to say, I read all the Harry Potter books. I got all my accelerated reading points. I read every single book from front to back. This is back like, I think the last book came out like when the first iPhone came out, but like most of them came out before iPhone. So you had to really, I didn't have that many distractions as a kid to stop me from reading 700 pages in 2004. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely was into that. But like, I never been, I definitely try to like, I'm not like super to be, I believe in God, but I'm not like necessarily super religious, but I definitely try to like always, I'm pretty edgy as far as like what I'll listen to, but like I don't like a lot of times if it's like if I'm listening to a rapper or if I'm looking at a rapper and they're just wearing like, you just got like a sweater on that just says 666 on the front. Like it's not even really, you're not even like creatively worshiping the devil. You're just doing it to be like controversial. I feel like that's a lot of the time what we see now. It's like performative. I don't even believe that you believe it, that you really are on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just you just doing it.
Doja Cat.
Say it again.
Doja Cat.
Lil
Nas X.
The Lil Nas X one was. I feel like he was trying to like poke fun at people, but at the same time,
I think Doja was doing the same thing. I think they was both trolling, but it's like, okay, keep playing.
But I don't know if like I feel like a lot of like the times, like a lot of the things that we associate necessarily with evil is just based off like imagery. Like I don't know if the devil is actually a red. Not to say that the devil or like evil doesn't exist, like evil entities or demons and things like that. But like I don't know if demons are like red people with horns. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody. I don't know if that's how they actually look. Like
but just like 666, right? You say you get uncomfortable. You see someone wearing a hoodie, you say 666. So you wouldn't get uncomfortable if someone had some imagery that looked like the, you know what I'm saying? You know them little symbols that look like a little cobweb with the circle and everything like that, and then like this ugly looking figure in the middle. You know that represent demonic, the devil, satanic, tarot card, whatever the case might be. So you saying you see that you won't get uncomfortable at all? But
I'm not even saying my bad, I control. No, I was going to say I'm not even necessarily uncomfortable because it's like I do think it's an artistic way that you can do it. Like even the way I think you can worship God and like still, like for example, the movie Belly. Like there's a scene at the beginning of that movie where like a little kid is selling his soul to the devil, and like DMX's character is talking about it. Like I do think there are certain times creatively where you can incorporate that stuff in there, but I just think when people just do it just for the sake of doing it, like it's not even creative, or if you're just trying to be edgy about it, I feel like that's when it's like it's just kind of corny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't obviously I don't worship the devil or nothing like that, but like I whatever your business is, do it. But it's just a certain way where it's like a lot of these guys
don't worship the devil around me. That's dead.
Yeah, I mean, don't do it in front of me. Like whoever you worship in the comfort of your home, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna really tell you what you should or shouldn't do. That's your life.
As long as you shouldn't worship the devil. I'm gonna throw that one out there.
No, I respect it. I respect it. Yeah, this podcast is we gotta have Marvin Sapp or like Kirk Franklin be on the podcast next, just to cleanse the air a little bit.
Close the doors. I see Finesse read the page of a Harry Potter book.
I didn't see that. No.
Now read. Can you walk? What the fuck is you talking about? Can I read, motherfucker? You think I'm Kunti Kinte, some motherfucker? You think I'm a motherfucking immediate slave or something, nigga? Nigga, I can fucking read, nigga. I can fucking read. I can read Harry Potter, nigga. I'm finna read a page of Harry Potter for y'all. Harry Potter novice story. Man, where the book, man? A motherfucker think I can't read. I'ma show a bitch I can read, bitch. Fuck wrong with you? I'm finna show your ass I can read, yo. Man, the boy who lived. That ain't what the fuck I said. I ain't said no shit like that. Man, listen, man, they got some stupid shit. A train. The train is alright. Spell something. What the fuck you want me to spell? Give me something to spell, motherfucking bitch. He was lying face down on the ground again. The smell of the forest filled his nostrils. He could feel the cold, hard ground beneath his cheek and the hinge of his glasses, which had been knocked sideways by the fall, cutting into his temple. Every inch of him ached, and the place where the killing cruise had hit him felt like the bruise of an ironclad punch.
So y'all get the gist. He reads the rest of the page.
Wow.
If you wrote your autobiography, would you let Finesse 2 Times do the audiobook?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's a good
There got to
investment.
be a video reading.
He probably charged more for that, but I think it's worth it. More people will definitely tune in.
Facts.
Yeah, no, we definitely need to make that happen.
It's a problem when they do it. Yeah, no, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Right. Hey, but I want to wrap it up, man. Shout out all the witches out there.
No, definitely no shout out to the witches.
Say
thumbs down to all the witches.
Harry Potter.
I was gonna say, hey man, I hope y'all get y'all life right. Seek God. All that good stuff. Yeah, y'all beautiful, y'all fun. But yeah.
Yo, when I was I just wanted to mention real quick, when I was a kid, there was I don't know when this will ever come up. I remember when I was a kid, there was an X-rated film. This is back when HBO used to show those. There was one called Witches of Brestwick. This is a real thing. I remember this very vividly. It was a quality motion picture as an 11, 12-year-old boy.
That's one of your favorites?
That's in my Criterion collection right there.
Nah, I feel it. They had that one on repeat.
Yo, having a movie on repeat is crazy.
Nah, facts. Oh, wow.
See, this is how you know I'm sick in the head. I didn't make this up.
Bruh.
I remember this just vividly off the dome. This is like 2006, 2007, sometime around there.
Do you know all their names? This look like
no, I don't know. I don't know
like
stars, no. You gotta remember, this is one of those movies like on those the HBO, the Cinemax, they don't show like the full thing. So it's like it's just like top half of your body only.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Taylor Swift, bro. Please don't send them black SUVs, bro. It was a joke. Yeah.
Hey, so I want to transition, man. That boy Rashad got me into tricking.
Oh, my boy. Hey, look, man. I try. Hey, look, tricking. I ain't gonna lie, man. See, it is a fulfilling lifestyle, bro. Like you feel like you ever watch the Drake? Like the first when I started tricking for real, I was feeling like Drake in a God's Plan video. Man, what you pop up with a random little 30 ball, something like that. Good morning. You know what I mean? I needed this. I needed to eat. I didn't have it for real. I appreciated it. Man, you be feeling the music be going on in your head, and they wishing, and you be like, I know that they miss me. You be hugging everything like that. Boy, man, look, it's a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? When you get into it, and you keep going, they feel accustomed. It's almost like. So y'all know I don't sports gamble or anything like that. I don't gamble, but it's really like gambling because you do it. It's cool. You keep going. They loving you, smiling, everything like that. Like they can naturally like you as a person, everything like that, like your personality, this and that. But the money's just, oh man, that take it to a whole nother level. Oh, they just get golly when they see you, everything like that, right? Boy, but then that bank account dwindle and it dwindle and it dwindle. Then you like, dang, where all the dang money go? And that's when you like, I've been in the game too long. I had to leave the tricking game. And it be calling me like the little bat signal sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't give in because I don't have any money to give.
Yeah, you talk about mission tricking. Like you've seen New Jack City before?
No, but shouts out to is that my boy Van Peebles?
Yeah, it's Chris Rock plays a crack smoker named Pookie. But yeah, anyway, you talk about missing tricking, like he talks about crack cocaine in that movie, like the love, the passion for the. And I'm not even judging you. I get it. I've been in that. I try not to do it too much, just because, like you said, I ain't really got the finances for it. But like hypothetically, if I was, I've said this before, if I had like, NBA player money, I get it. I get why I wouldn't go like full Stephon Diggs and have like 6 babies in a year, but I would make some investments for sure.
No, fact. No, what you really sound like is Mitch from Paid in Full.
He loves the game. He loves the hustle.
If I leave, they still gonna love me, man. Nah,
niggas get shot every day, B.
Right. But yeah, man.
Shout out my brother Cam, man.
Yeah, but yeah, Jelani, bro. I had I mean, it was something light. I ain't really, but went ahead, sent the girl some money for Valentine's Day. Which she doesn't, so we don't live in the same state. So that's really the only reason. And so I was telling Rashad the situation where it was like we were talking in January, and then like on the 31st, she didn't text me back. And so for like 2 weeks, I hadn't heard from her. So I thought it was dead. I was like, all right, cool, whatever, like keep it pushing. So then on the 12th, Shorty texted me. She sent me a little gif of, Shorty sending a shot like, hey, I sent the gif back of Mutombo blocking it. And, I was like, but, like, LOL, JK, what's up? And, like, oh, I'm so, I'm sorry. I've been going through stuff, so it was taking a toll on me, X, Y, and Z, but I don't want you to think I'm not interested. I was like, all right, okay, cool. We keep talking. I don't really care. But so I said that was on the 12th. I ain't heard from you in 2 weeks. So then, we talking the 12th, the 13th, the 14th comes. And so I really wasn't like, I didn't wake up on no like happy Valentine's Day, nothing. I was just like, hey, good morning. Like, what's up? X, Y, and Z. Little casual convo. She said she was with her stepmom. I was like, oh, it was just kind of like a dull point in the conversation. I was just like, I mean, what y'all doing? What y'all doing for Valentine's Day today? Y'all going out or something? She was like, nah, I'm kind of sad. I ain't got a Valentine this year, but I hope next year it'll be different. So I was like, man. So I sent her a little money for, dinner that night. I was like, hey, I might not be a Valentine this year, you feel me, for real, but, here's a little something for dinner. Maybe next year we'll change that. So, man, I'd entered the tricking game, bro.
How did she react?
She was like, oh, my gosh, thank you so much. Like, it's like, yeah, like, I know it's just a day, but I love the little, the cute romantic stuff, and I was just like, man, I'm all for the cute little romantic stuff, a little star emoji, whatever, a little something light. But I'm like, part of me is kind of like, man, I hope I ain't open the door, you know. But I mean, if like we are gonna keep talking, like Shorty lives in a whole nother state, you know. She stay in Detroit right now, and she about to move down to Houston to do some for work. So she's gonna be in Houston for a few months. But you know, she's gonna be only working like 4 days a week. So we're gonna see, you know, how that situation kind of turns out and whatnot. But I'm kind of like, man, you know, where does it go? You know, do I just start, you know? But at the same time, I really was thinking about it. I just never really dealt with women that I wasn't around. But I'm used to if we together, I'm buying everything anyway. So I guess maybe I've been a trick.
I like the way you think. I like the way you think.
You feel me? So, you know, it's like I might have already been a trick. I just wasn't, you know, I just didn't put the money in their hands. I just put the card on the table. So,
yeah, I'm gonna have a real vulnerable moment with y'all because we talking about like the last real date I went on. It's like a couple months ago. So we talking about tricking. I ended up spending like way more money than I planned on spending. Like we went out to eat, and then we ended up going to a movie that same day. Great time with the movie. They're replaying the Grinch around Christmas time. I think I talked about this on here. But yeah, that was dope. Like we were the only ones in the theater. I think you can go from there. But yeah, great time. But yeah, I ended up getting down to be vulnerable to like my last like $10. And as we were leaving, as you know, like movie theater food is very expensive. She asked me, she was like, "Can I get a sushi?" And I had to tell her no. And like, I feel like, you know, because we don't talk anymore, I definitely feel like that was a turning point right there. She was like, yo, this guy, he can't afford the sushi right now. And she was 100% right. I could not afford the sushi. So I'm saying that to say that I've definitely spent way more money on somebody that I shouldn't have spent. And I vow not to do that going forward. Yeah, shout out to Half Baked. This is a classic movie scene right here. If you haven't seen the movie before.
No, facts. Man, you know, I will say, fortunately, I've definitely overspent while being out, especially like if you're in a club or something, bro. And then, you know, like shorty just getting drinks, and you know, you can't tell her like, don't get the Don Julio, go get the Jose Cuervo, you know, like it's you know, it's like you can't really, you know, control all that, but it starts running up, and then you start looking at your account, bro. I ain't gonna lie. One time, you know, those like like lending apps, what is the name? Like I can't even think of one right now, but you know, they be having where you can get like payday loans. You get yeah, like, you know, spot you $50 until, you know, Friday,
right?
Bro, no cap. I was out at a bar one time, and it was a girl I just met, and so I had, you know, I'm trying to, like, you know, we having a vibe, but then so at this point I already paid for like 2 rounds, and so now she's trying to get a third. You know, I ain't trying to sing broke, because it's like, you know, we vibing and stuff. Man, I'm sitting there, I was like, hold on. And so I had to, like, I told her, I was like, hey, just like, you know, I told the bartender, I like, man, my phone, like, you know, I had said something. I think my phone had died actually. So it actually kind of saved me. So I was like, hey, my phone died, so I can't, like, you know, tap. Like, I don't have my card on me, so I can't tap. So, like, if you just let me charge my phone real quick, I can pay for it. So they was like, okay. And I told her, I was like, hey, you know, I'm gonna take care of it. You can just go sit back down. I'll be over there in a little bit. Charge my phone, did a little payday loan real quick, got me a quick little 50, you know, went ahead, you know, had to wait for that to transfer. That took like 5-10 minutes. Bro, I was sitting there stressing at first. I was just like, bro, when is it gonna come through, bro? And yeah, end up all working out, you know. Shoot, me and Shorty, you know, we had a good night and it was a vibe. But Yeah. I've definitely been there, bro.
You know what? That was a risky move because with some of them payday loan apps, if your credit score ain't at a certain point, or if your like your pay stubs ain't like approved at a certain point, they won't give you money, or they give you like $10, $15.
Right.
Yeah, no, you definitely caught some good fortune with that one.
Bro, yeah, because I was like, man. Nah, but you know the crazy, I don't think I've only told this story to like one person, but now it's like I'm so far removed from it that I don't mind telling it no more. Bruh, but I had, man, so it was a girl one time, bro, so this is like right after me and my ex broke up. So like we had just broke up probably like a month before this, you know? And so I'm like, I ain't really back out there yet. I'm still trying to, I'm like, I'm focused on myself. But then, so on the way back to the crib, there was this one, I usually would take one particular way. I usually would take like Cobb Parkway and then, go that way to get home. But there was a couple times where like the GPS would have me go taking I want to say I-20, like taking 20 west. And so I'll take 20 west and then come up and go down Thornton Road to get to the crib. So it was like when I first started taking that route, because when like I wasn't used to, like I was so used to going Cobb Parkway, I never went this way. So I remember I went that way one time and I was like, I'm finna stop and get some food. I stopped at the Waffle House. Saw the finest girl I ever seen work at a Waffle House. No cap, bro. She was like legit, like about a 9, bro. And I'm assuming she'll probably work an overnight shift because like, I think she had like a kid or something, and so when I first came in there, I was like, man, this girl kind of like, all right, So I got my food that day, and I was thinking, I was like, bro, I gotta come back to this one. I gotta come back, So then about like a week or so go by, I'm like, I couldn't remember how to get there at first because I was like, it was just as I said, it was a new way for me to go. So I was like, Brad, like, what was the way to get there? So then I take that way again, and then like I'm driving, I see the Waffle House. So I was like, oh yeah, I gotta pull up. I pull up, shorty working again. So so I get to whatever, and she, I'm like chopping it up with her a little bit, it's a cool little vibe, and then I pay, I dip. So then I want to say a couple days later, I'm like, I am definitely coming back. This is finna be my new little spot, like I'm finna lock this in. So I come back this third time, and this is when I first started working at the four letter restaurant. And so when I first started, I had to start as a server assistant. So I wasn't making nearly as much money as I used to. So, it's like the funds were a little low, but I had a few dollars on me, I'm like, I got enough to at least pay for my Waffle House. Man, so I'm in there. This time, shorty come sit down with me. So yeah, so it's like it's really going, bro. It's going. So she comes sit down with me because it's like I'll be pulling up at like 1 a.m. So it's only like us in there with like like the cook or something like that, So she's sitting down with me, we chopping it up like while I'm eating the whole time and everything. It's a vibe. I'm like, I'm really about to like ask her for her number. So I go to I got a notification. I get notifications, when anything hits my card or whatever, right? I get a notification. It was like something. It was like I think my like phone bill or some bill hit, and bruh, it hit. I got $3 left in my account, bro.
Oh,
bro. So I see it as I'm at the table, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It ain't no way. So I'm stressing now. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I don't know what to do right now. So I go to the bathroom, bruh. I try to go to the payday loans. It wasn't hitting this time. So it's just like, I'm in the bathroom legit just looking in the mirror like, bro, ain't no way. Like, I've never been in this position before. I was like, what do I do? Because it's not only that I can't pay. Like I've never been in a position where I can't pay for my food. So it's not only that I can't pay, but now the dummy broke in front of the little baddie. You feel me, bruh? So I had to just suck it up, go out there and be like, man, something just hit my account. I ain't got the money to pay for it. She was like, what? I was like, I ain't got the money to pay for it. Like, you know, like something just hit my account. Like I don't know what to do. Like I'm so sorry. You know, I'm like dummy embarrassed. And so then she gets her manager, and then the manager was just like, you know, just you good. Just and then she'll kind of like, you good, just don't come back. And I was like, all right. I'm like, I'm so, you know, and I'm sitting there apologizing. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, blah, blah. And they're just like, you good. And then Shorty, as this happened, I'm talking to the manager. Shorty not even looking at me no more. She just like, I think she must have started doing dishes or something, bro. She just not even looking my way. And bro, yeah, I just had to hop in the car and go home. And I never went back to that Waffle House.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's real heartbreak right there. Like that actually, like, I'm gonna be honest, I've you know, just to share a mutual story of me being broke. I went on a date. I had like maybe $100 to my name, like in cash. I didn't have a real bank account at the time. Shouldn't have been going on a date with $100 to my name at all. And I went to an Italian restaurant. There's no such thing as like a cheap Italian restaurant on this earth. So I should have went to like Buffalo Wild Wings or, you know, Chili's or somewhere like that.
That 2 for $20.
Exactly. I should have went somewhere like that. But I went there. The bill came to like $90 without the tip. And then when I went to pay, I pulled a cash out and the restaurant is like, yeah, we only accept cards here. And I didn't have a real bank account at the time. So my date had to pay and then give a tip. And the tip that she gave was like more than what the money that I had was. Like with total, she might have it might have came out to like 105, 107. I had 100 and gave it to her. So yeah, I definitely. But she still liked me enough, you know. I could sense there was a tinge of embarrassment there, but she still liked me enough to welcome me back with her that day. So that night. So, but yeah, that was definitely embarrassing to say the least.
My closest story was my birthday this year. And you know what I'm saying? Like this is my first time I ever been in anything close to, you know, a tough time financially. And so we at the club for my birthday. I didn't want to go. So I'm already dressed bummy because I didn't want to go. It's late. I'm tired. But she talked me into going. So she goes and then she get to the front. Obviously, free time ended at 11. It's like midnight. We walk in the same time Coi Leray walk in. It's a Coi Leray hosting. So I'm like, oh, Coi Leray right there. I seen her. I don't have to go in now. I'm good. She want to go in. She up there negotiating with the lady the price to get in and stuff like that. And then the girl just look up at me over the desk. She goes like this. She like, he can't just pay? And I was just looking like, bro, why are you trying to make me feel broke or less than right now? Like, first of all, I ain't want to be here. Second of all, that is not in the budget to pay $40, $50 to get into this club right now to look at Coi Leray for 15 minutes. Like, I'm not about to do that. So, yeah, she paid for me. And I did feel, you know what I mean, a little less masculine, but hey, it is what it is, bro. Sometimes the budget is the budget. Is no budget. That's a bar.
Right. Nah, facts.
No, like I said before, like once we get to the millions and we got our full-fledged tricking budget, you know, these are the memories that we can look back and laugh at.
I ain't gonna lie, I might be done with full on out tricking. I ain't gonna hold you. Like even when I get my money, like, I ain't gonna hold you. Because I seen something yesterday with a link tree. I said, oh man, this is an easy lick right here. Couldn't even, I was like, I ain't going back to that lifestyle. I just can't. Cause now I'm traumatized. Imagine having rat cage. Then you look around, like I got a higher paying job. You know what I'm saying? I moved and everything. I said I was paying like both city rents for a little bit. I said, okay, once you go to one city rent, I stay here for a while with a higher paying job. I should have more money. A year go by, I did not have more money. I said, okay, well, what are we doing here? And the one thing that I could point to is probably, when I was back in the A, boy, going crazy. So now I'm traumatized and can't nobody get my money except for my wife, man. Shouts out Malik, man.
Hey, we're good, Malik.
What's good, Ron?
Hey, shout out Birds and Buckets.
I definitely have a I was gonna say you would be surprised or you wouldn't be surprised on who is, putting it on the market, who is, making it available for sale, who is advertising the product. There's a lot of unique distributors out here. Like they got a lot of, as I said before, they got apps, websites I've heard where you can research these type of things, and it could be, somebody that, it might be a woman that works with you that, also has a second job. Let's put it like that. So, yes, there's a lot of avenues to spend money on.
That was a leap. That was a leap for sure. I was not expecting that jump. That was a Michael Jordan from the free throw line. I was like, oh
I know
right.
we were talking about spending money on, the opposite sex. So I was just letting you know, like,
you're right.
It's a lot of ways to go about that if that's what you're into.
And there you have it. So
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
so
go ahead, Mom.
My bad. I'm finna say it's so crazy. I get so turned off when I see girls with the link in bio now. I saw that it was the two girls. They had on muumuus. You know what muumuus are?
I've heard of them. What was that? The little pajamas?
Yeah, like the long dress pajamas.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but so they had on muumuu, but they look kind of like it was like an African garment low key. So I'm thinking like, these were some East African girls or something like that. And so they sitting there twerking in it though. And I was like, these girls fine. I was like, and I'm thinking just, I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't know what I was thinking. I click on the first girl page and I see the link in bio. And then, they just had on just muumuus because, and I was just like, oh, I was like, this ain't, you all right now, and it just changes like whole perspective of like, okay, this girl kind of fine. Then you start looking, it's like, oh, all right, I don't know. It's just you ain't got no morals, man.
Miss don't need a man, pay everything my own. Right. And I look and I see a link tree in the bio. What the? I ain't gonna lie, Drake, Scary Hours 3 was really good, bro. And Joe Budden bullied him into doing that. And like it just got washed out because the beef was a couple months later. But that was like some of Drake's best rapping in years. And like it's sad that it just went all the way down the drain.
No, facts. Yeah, stories about my brother, bro. Like he snapped on. That's one song I still listen to consistently out of that. I ain't gonna lie, but my favorite song when it first dropped was "You Broke My Heart."
You broke my heart. Everybody say at my ex. I don't know, bro. Like I don't know if we ever talked about this on the pod because we be telling the same stories. But this man Mo, bro, one time on my birthday. Well, you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
All right, so I got dumped in November 2014. I think Shrimp Life 1 came out maybe January 2015.
He did.
Man, so Shrimp Life 1 has X on it. And if you guys don't know how it goes, the song goes, my ex chick, I'm shining on my ex chick, I'm whoa. At the time, I was heavy into the Nene, and I was just heavy into any song bashing black women, like because I was just hurt,
Okay, clear that up. Clear that up. Not specifically black women.
Any song bashing black women in the relationship space, yes.
Just women. Don't say that.
Well, I only date black women, so
Yeah, but all right, just
So you know what I'm
Black
saying? So I'm
History
like,
Month, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
that
I'm
was
all the way
crazy
here.
right there.
It's at I man, I could say I hate these women. Plus, I can hit them folks. Sign me up. So I'm like, yo, Mo, this is my jam. So my birthday's in January. My birthday comes along. This man Mo makes an Instagram post, and it's like pictures of us and stuff like that, like a slideshow. And the song is X from Ray Sherman.
my ex, I'm signing on my ex. Yeah.
And I was like, I can't believe you did that. And she was still following him at the time too, so that was a whole thing. But yeah,
when she unfollow me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You said that. You said that. We talked about that, John. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I wonder at what point, like, because I don't remember. There's not like a moment where I even remember realizing, like, oh, she unfollowed me. You know?
Well, you got to think if we were still hanging out and you were still like posting me, type deal, like even in the stories, because you wasn't posting me like on the page, because you know Instagram started getting a little more different when they had stories and stuff.
Yeah.
But if we was hanging out and you put me on the story, and she like, I don't want to see this dude's face no more. Like, I hate this guy. Like, he is the embodiment of the biggest mistake I made in my life.
Okay, I don't think she.
My ex, I'm signing on my.
Yeah, but no, it's like I feel like that's one of those moments. Like I would have remembered looking at like, oh, like what's the name unfollowing me? I unfollowed her, so I know I definitely noticed it, you know. But or maybe I did. Maybe she blocked me and then unblocked me, and the next thing you know, we just wasn't following.
Oh, like she did the soft block.
Yeah.
You said you found out at the concert, right?
Nah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember when. Maybe I did. Like I just don't remember at all.
Because it was like a thing of like you said what's up, they said what's up back in a weird way, and then like I think after the fact or whatever, you was like, she unfollowed me.
Oh, okay, that sounds about right.
But I might be making that up. I don't know. It was 11 years ago.
Yeah.
What if I think of? You think if I follow her now, she'll follow me back?
I tried in 2020, bro. Cause I was like DMing like just random stuff, like I asked about who you got in the verses, Tyler or Gambino, like when Tyler just dropped "Call Me If You Get Lost."
Yeah.
So like, you know, she was responding. She would always respond when I send just like a, hey, what's up? Have a good year. Or, you know, I hit her when Kobe died, all that and stuff. She's like, okay, yeah, we good. Everything like that. Hope you're doing well. Type thing, you know, wish the best for you. All the regular X talk, right? So I was like, okay, I think me in a good place right now. So I followed her for like a week or 3 days or something like that. And she ain't follow back. And then I was like, oh, maybe she ain't see it. So I started liking her post.
Oh, this man.
She ain't followed back. So I had to unfollow her again. I was like, oh, so she was like, we cool, but not that cool. I was like, all right, I feel it. I respect it.
Right. But if I wonder if I was to follow her, like right now, you think she'll follow back?
Because you remind her of me.
True. Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, like,
and I know. See, look. I don't want to I don't want to do this on the pie now, but I'm gonna pop it just a little bit. Ain't no way that folks ain't never come across anything in the past. You know what I mean? 10 years. Ain't no way. Like folks can't act like they didn't. Ain't no way you ain't come across this. Come on now, like let's be real. So I just want to say that. Yeah.
Nah, facts.
You know, I've definitely tried to re-enter, you know, try to get that interaction back, and it just wasn't there. You know, now I just take the L and keep moving. Like it's much easier now for me to like just accept like they not coming back. But when I was in my mid-20s, like definitely for sure it was like very hard for me to accept. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't weird about it. Like I wasn't, you know, popping up on nobody or nothing like that. But like it used to be hard for me to accept, like, damn, she really not messing with me no more. But now it's like you just gotta take the L, keep it moving, and bounce back as best as possible.
Yeah, I don't. The only girl that I used to talk to that unfollowed me is my ex of 5 years. Like all the every other girl that I've had dealings with over the years that I did follow, we still follow each other. It's still I guess we still cool. Yeah, but yeah. But I'd be wondering, just to see, I'd be like, what if I was to follow my ex again? I wonder if she would follow. But I don't want to. But I'm like, I know she would definitely not follow back.
But a lot of times I do stuff like that just to see, you know what I mean? Just out of curiosity. I remember I was like Mo said, he called me earlier. Well, no, he didn't even call me for that. He called me to let me know that our homeboy was in my city. And we just ended up on the phone after that. But when he was telling me about the whole lunch tricking situation or whatever, or the dinner tricking, whatever it was, I told him about a situation and I said, dang, could you imagine a situation where I had a wedding and this person would have to be invited, right? Because of the circumstances of who's involved. And he was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that's just a weird thing, but it would have to happen. Sometimes I'll be wanting to try things just to see how it will play out in a scenario that might seem weird in my head. Just to see, is this as weird as I imagine it to be? But I don't think that's very healthy. That's probably you shouldn't do humans like that. These are people. You shouldn't experiment with them like that.
Nah, facts. Hey, everybody, let's go follow our exes right now, bro. Let's see who get to follow back first.
Oh, we want. Oh, I can't do it this late.
Well, one the main one has me blocked and had me blocked for a year. I don't even know why. Another one doesn't have Twitter, and then one from high school we do follow each other, but I don't think that counts. Yeah, a lot of the time I don't even interact on social media with certain women I meet in real life. I don't even I just tell them because I don't have an Instagram and I just tell them you don't want to follow me on Twitter because it's literally just I just post I'll post it's an occasional music link and retweet certain stuff stuff like that, but it's no point of us really following each other on social media, low key.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I was in a relationship, I definitely was not quick to follow anybody. I would I'll just be I wouldn't not if it got to the point where oh, what's your Instagram? Then I ain't finna lie. I got an Instagram. But yeah. But now it's most. But I don't I still don't be quick to just try and be oh, let's follow each other, girls who I'm talking to. The girl I'm talking to right now that I sent the money, we don't follow each other on the ground.
Yeah, I don't even low key. If it reaches that point, cool. But it's it's not I don't even when I ask for the number and I get the they tell me I look at that as you politely turning me down.
If you say you can have my Instagram though,
yeah, that's you politely curving. I respect it, but it's I'm cool. It's not that.
Yeah, that's a curve.
It's definitely a curve.
Yeah, low key.
But sometimes you be wanting the Instagram after it to be dang, how she look again?
Facts. Yo, you ever met a girl in the club and while you're interacting with her, forget her name?
Bro, I texted someone from the Tyler Creator concert for 2 months, 2-3 months before I had to admit that I didn't know their name.
And how did that go?
She just laughed. And then she was like, you didn't know my name this whole time? She's like, so what'd you have me saved as? And I was like, Spellman, Tyler the Creator fan. And so yeah, she was like, "Well, my name is," and then I think I even got her last name too. And she was like, "Nah, let me see what my name is in your phone." Like it was one of those situations. Man, she was cool people, bro. I really miss her. That was my dog, man. But, hey, the train keep on rolling. This train gonna keep on rolling.
Right.
Shout out King George. If you want to leave, baby, go ahead and leave. One thing that I found out: can't have one woman. I gotta have three. One woman that can pick me up. All right, I'm done.
There's only like one woman I fumbled that I'm like genuinely sick over. This was like 2019.
I feel like you ain't been living enough if it's just one.
I mean, I'm saying there's ones that I fumbled that I'm like, that was crazy, and like I missed them or whatever. There's only one that I'm like, eventually you move on, you know what I'm saying? But like, there's only one that I'm like really like, damn, that was a bad fumble right there. Like you know what I'm saying? Certain ones hurt more than others.
For sure.
Yeah. Man, yeah.
You know what's crazy? We've had this picture of J. Cole up in the background for like.
Yeah, I've been trying to like get over to the fall off at some point. We were having such a great conversation. I was like, keep going.
I'll just start off by saying I listened to the first disc. I thought it was cool. I have not listened to the second disc yet.
She my number one. I don't need nothing on the side.
I didn't think it was bad though. It was cool. I still got to listen to the rest.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the album. I definitely, I saw somebody put it, I feel like it is the perfect combination of all, it was the perfect combination of his body, of like what he's done his entire career. It's like if you're a fan of J. Cole and just really have been through the whole ride of this, of his career, then I feel like you really appreciated this album because he perfectly hit everything. Like, great storytelling, great, just bars, I feel, he had good, valuable life lessons, a good reflection. It'll just, I felt it was just a really good album. I have to take it and do like a second listen. Because from top to bottom, just second listen of that. There's a few songs that I've been going back to. My personal favorite song that on there for me personally is Life Sentence. That was the one where he did like his version of like the DMX hook, how's it going down? So until we gone, think I got to know now, so yeah, it was, but yeah, great album. I really enjoyed it. I will say I wish it was more like the only part that I miss that I feel, I wish it was in there, just kind of the commercial sound and like the brightness of 2014 Forest Hill Drive. That's why that album I feel was so acclaimed, is because it's, when you think a lot of the album is kind of like a darker tone, I feel, but it's just him and that's how I feel some of his music is, just like kind of a darker tone of just real like grungy type of beats that's, really locking into how he feels and, just really focus on the words, and I feel with 2014 Forest Hill Drive, he got into more of a commercial bag where the beats are, first thing first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil, stuff like that. And like just even with the horns in there and everything, it wasn't nothing like that with an album. And I wish he would have just had at least one song that I felt kind of did that, had that type of feel in there. But, I think for him, he wanted just a true hip hop album, I definitely feel if he let Nas down in the past, I think he made up for it.
I'll say this about it. I already said what I said about the album, but I'll repeat some of those points now. I felt like, excuse me, like Mo said, his storytelling, his rapping ability, just ability to rap, period, has always been like A plus. Like, it's the reason why we consider him one of the greatest ever. And he is one of the greatest ever. He's a legend and stuff like that. And I wanted to make sure he knew that, like, after all of my critiques of like the fall off and just J. Cole in the last couple of years in general. I do like Quick Stop. Quick Stop's my favorite song off it right now. I believe that's on Disc 2. It was a couple songs on Disc 2 towards the end, because, you know, I listened to it top to bottom, where I started kind of like, I wouldn't say zoning out, but getting a little bored, to be honest. And I was like, dang, like, I hate that, you know, I'm feeling this with J. Cole's last album, the grandiose situation that it's supposed to be. There were just a few moments that I just didn't understand. I did like how hip hop it was with, in terms of the samples, whether it be the, you know, DMX old, or just like kind of shouting out other songs, popular songs, or sampling other popular hip hop songs. Like, the samples were, I felt like, were a lot more obvious on this album than like kind of other albums where it's like an obscure sample, but you like the beat and everything, to versus like, we know this song and I'm gonna do it like this, and you're gonna be, oh snap, he flipped that song. That's dope. Not to spoil too much for you, Jelani, I thought the Marvin Sapp sample was crazy to cuss on it. You know, like Kendrick, they won the Grammy for Luther, and they was like, yeah, the state said that to do the song, to get the sample, that we couldn't cuss on a record, and we did that, and we won a Grammy, and we were number one song last year. So I was like, knowing that in the back of my mind and hearing that he did it, I was like, okay, I'm expecting him not to cuss, and he was like letting it fly. It was a raw, regular J. Cole record. I'm like, Marvin Sapp approved this? That's kind of crazy. But yeah, that was that. Future covered Usher on one song. I was like, why is Future covering Usher on this one song? It's another song where Tim's came in and she was singing beautifully, and then J. Cole tried to go back and forth with Tim's. I was like, why is J. Cole trying to go back and forth singing with Tim's? Like, just let Tim sing this entire part. You know, and that's the thing J. Cole's always kind of done, of like throughout his career, where he like kind of sings a little too much. And it's like, bro, you have Ari Lennox on your roster, just get Ari to sing it, or get a singer. Like, you were signed to Rock Nation, you're still signed to Rock Nation. Get Rihanna to sing on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, something. It could be like he just kind of leans a bit heavily on himself. There are no Dreamville artists on this. Speaking of like Ari Lennox, former Dreamville artists. So that was the thing that people had critiques of. But in terms of just like basic rapping, everything, like, he's got it. Another thing that made me mad, obviously, was him speaking so spicy to the local dude in Fayetteville. And it's like, once again, you have all this smoke for this random guy in Fayetteville, all this smoke for Diggy Simmons, all this smoke for Little Pump, all this smoke for NBA Youngboy, all this smoke for No Name. But when it's Kendrick Lamar and Drake, it's, oh, my bad, bros, I love y'all. Can't we just all get along? No, we can't get along. We can get along if we get this fade out the way, and you duck the fade. So stay there. Like, make peaceful music. You could do the whole album, most of the songs with storytelling about this situation. That's perfect. You could take out these 2-3 songs where you had some smoke for some folks, specifically rappers. I don't want to hear it. Keep that in the tuck.
You saying you don't believe his raps no more?
I'm saying he exposed himself with that particular situation. I have no problem if you do the apology and you just become the peaceful rapper. Like, you know how he did at the beginning of 2014. He said, where he named all those rappers, and he said, Crush, the crown don't exist no more. They try to split us all. The white man tried to split us, the rap game up. We all kings. We all brothers. Like, how he did that? If you're going to be that, be that. But don't be that, and then the next track talk about all these rappers suck. All these rappers ain't good at me. All these rappers can get on it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do both. It doesn't go together. It doesn't mix.
But I do think there's a difference between him bowing out of that battle and him choosing to diss like the local. Like imagine being I never even, no disrespect to Fayetteville. I had never even heard of Fayetteville before J. Cole came out. So like imagine becoming one of the biggest rappers in the world. Low key, like he's probably one of the highest selling rappers of all time, or like somewhere in the top 30 or 50, just numbers wise of all time. And like some local rapper from where you from is dissing you. You know, you might just want to dedicate a verse like he did on the last album. Just a quick verse just to let you know, like, bro, like, come on, dog.
He gave him a whole song.
I didn't think the whole song was about him. I could be incorrect because I was on the first disc. I did hear that one. I just thought it was just that last verse, or one of those. I could be incorrect.
It was like the whole song.
Oh,
And then, but did you see the music video, Buddy? Though,
I thought it was a couple dudes that they were saying who it was, but nah, I didn't say specifically who the guy was.
bro was wilding, bro. Like he shot the music video 2014, and he peed on the side of the house before he started rapping.
Oh, it's crazy.
But so, do y'all know what the the point of this 29 and this 39 is?
Yeah, 29. Well, from you can correct me if I'm wrong. From what I heard, like 29 is him at the age of 29, like him at that time, how he felt, and then so that makes sense then, from his perspective as a 29-year-old, like how he felt.
Yeah, so that's why I feel you on, like, you know, him giving, it's like him like essentially dissing this guy from way back when, this and the other, but you know, his mindset, like this was his mindset when he was coming back home at 20, like at 29. I'm like now found like some substantial success, and you know, this is how I'm like my mindset that I'm thinking. And then at 39, now you see it's more, you know, like, cause that's why you see he's kind of more on YN time in 20 on this 29, you know. And so I think that's why he gave him the bar, because like this is how I was feeling back then, you know, like, you know,
you rapping in character.
Exactly, you know. So like I get it, you know, it's like you giving, you know, all these bars to the dude, but I think it's just like that's genuinely how he was feeling back then, you know.
But it's also why you explain the other track on 39, the Biggie and Tupac apology.
Yeah.
He said, I'm in the headspace now where I'm all about apologizing.
Right. No, facts. Exactly, you know. So but I thought, you know, that's why I thought it was dope, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's why, as I said, that Life Sentence song, bro, I was like, man, I need a girl. I was like, because I was just, you know, how he was just describing it. I'm like, you know, just him describing his love in that one. I was just like, man, that's real. You know, it's like you doing life with your day one, bro. I was like, his girl has how he just described that whole situation of, you know, her being there from the beginning, her being there for all the dreams through the BS and all that stuff. And I was just like, that's real. So, but yeah, I think the overall, as I said, I enjoyed the storytelling, just him going back into that mindset of so many points in his life, you know,
and that also, I hate to cut you off, but that's also the reason for the single, one of the singles, the last single before the album came out, with the music video where he was rapping in reverse, his life in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
It made sense why he made that the single with the music video, to say this is what the album's about.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, you know, I think, you know, the real is still back, bro. I'm probably gonna cop my ticket tomorrow. Jelani, if you're trying to go, let me know, bro. I'm probably gonna go in Atlanta.
Yo, them I was seeing like the people on Twitter that's talking about the queue. It was like it's talking about it was like 100,000 people in line, and he doing it. I saw it was like adding like extra tour days to certain cities and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I know he's performing in South Africa too.
Yeah,
like, him out there.
Yeah, I wonder how much I gotta see how much your tickets gonna be though.
Baby Keem had nothing but VIP left over by the time I looked, and that joint was like 130. Man, I was like, man, who paying 130 see Baby? It like shout out Baby King. That's Kendrick cousin, but no sir.
That's Kendrick Cousin. My bad. That's Kendrick cousin is hilarious. Like just the idea of just paying for him because like, yo, that's Kendrick cousin. I'm gonna pay that money. I mean, he's a good artist though, but I don't know who I would pay the 130 to see at this point musically.
I think I paid probably close to 130 for. Oh no, I paid a little mint for Gambino, the Bando Stone, because I was on the floor. But I was like, bro, this is last album. This is my favorite artist ever. I thought the last show was gonna be the last time I got to see him. I said, nah, bro, I want to be with the people. I want to be up close. Yeah, man. And then it was a day like where we had off. It was like Labor Day when he came to Atlanta. So yeah, that was great, bro.
Man,
I paid a little penny for it.
The most I paid was for Future, and that was the speakers in there was off. It just wasn't. It didn't sound good.
When did you see him?
To go see him on the We Don't Trust You tour.
Is that State Farm?
Yeah,
I was there.
Oh yeah,
horrific, terrible.
Yeah,
terrible experience. Oh my goodness! Like, no, I was there for like Future and Friends. I don't know if that's the same tour. That might be a different tour, but it was State Farm Arena though.
Nah, yeah, it was Future and Jeff Metro.
Okay. Yeah, because Esco was doing the one that I went to. It was a terrible experience still. Because like I'm there for only the first couple songs and then I gotta go. You know, like they push media out their first couple songs for y'all. I know how it worked. Unless you in the stands reviewing. But I was taking pictures. I don't think I got a review ticket. So like I'm there for the first 3 songs. You can't hear nothing. It's so loud, your feet shake, your whole body shakes. It was not an enjoyable experience. And I was like, maybe this would be enjoyable if I was in the nosebleeds. Because like, you know, travel so far. But I don't know. It might be if Mo said it was bad from where he was and he probably sitting in the stands or something, that just means it's bad for the whole arena. That ain't enjoyable.
Yeah. It was literally me and all the people I was with. We were like, it was songs playing and I couldn't fully understand what the song was initially. Like it was because the sound system was just so bad, bro. And I was just like, man, this was not worth it. Like, but you know, and the crazy, like the people who I went with, like I would have never paid for those tickets, but I went with some people that, you know, they wanted to pay a little bit more. They those type of people that be dropping bags on stuff. You feel me? Like me, I'm all about just have me in the building. You feel me? If it's something that I really want to go to, like I have a price limit that I'm probably gonna pay, and if it exceeds that, then I'm good. But it was like $260 for them tickets, man. And yeah, bro. And it's like I was just like, bro, this was not. I mean, it was dope to see him. And he still, you know, like I enjoyed it overall, but it was probably one of the worst concerts that I've been to just because of the sound. But then, you know, I got to see him at One Music Fest. So that kind of made up for it. So I was just like, you know, it's all good.
Yeah, I've only seen Future perform one time, and that was like 10 years ago. But I can the thing with rappers is it's kind of hit or miss. Like it depends on how much they really invested in it. It's certain rappers that don't. Like I remember seeing, I mean, Migos are legends, or you know what I'm saying, like rest in peace Takeoff. But I remember,
they terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember seeing them live about like around that same time. Oh, it was the same concert, and yeah. Now to be fair, at the time Offset was locked up, but yeah, it wasn't the best performance. You know what I'm saying? But the only rapper I probably would spend over $100 to see, it was 2 actually. If Outkast came back, I'd probably spend, if they did like another one-off concert or something like that, or a tour ever, I'd probably spend a good amount of money for that if I had it. And yay, Kanye, like I still, if he puts out another album and it's on point and he goes on tour again, I'll probably get a ticket.
Yeah,
I paid probably like around 130 for Call Me If You Get Lost. And then that Chromacopia, man, that man, I think he was like 200 for the upper section, like 500 for the lower bowl. I was like, y'all got it. And then because I went to the joint, the $5 joint, the pop-up he did for Chromacopia when it came out. So I was like, oh, I already seen the album live. I might not have known all the songs by heart by then, but I already seen all the songs live, and I already seen his old shows. So I'm gonna just skip out on this one.
Right. Yeah, I got lucky with Chromacopia because I went to see it in Jersey, and I want to say we paid like 50 something, bro. 50 something for the like we were in the suites.
50 for suites?
Bro, yes.
But I'll pay 50 for some suite tickets.
Yeah, it was like 50 for the suites. There was like food and everything. And yeah, it was lit. And then, also got to see him perform the Don't Tap the Glass for the first time. Cause I think that was the last show on the tour. So yeah. So he had pulled that out. So I was just like, bro, that was probably I was like, man, this was completely worth it. Like if he went on tour again, I would legit pay for tickets to go see him again, bro. That was a great show.
Yeah, my bad, bro. No, I'll say Tyler's enough of a performer where he's one of the ones I pay for. I've never seen him perform live, but I know Tyler, Kendrick too. I probably should have seen Kendrick at the GNX tour. Now I think about it. I'm gonna try to go to more concerts going forward.
Gambino, one of them ones too with performing. Baby Keem, he was horrible with performing when he first popped. When that girl sit on my face, like he cannot perform, bro. And Fat Joe called him out because he was talking to Toby Nwigwe and his wife Fat on Instagram Live doing this one he was doing the whole recaps and stuff, and they had the virtual BET Hip Hop Awards, and Toby performed and Baby Keem opened it, and he said, "Man, I'm seeing these people that everybody's talking about. They the next big thing, and I wasn't impressed at all. And then I seen y'all, and y'all just blew it out the water." And I was like, "Oh, he definitely talking about Baby Keem." But after doing that tour with Kendrick, I saw him like slowly get better and better and better every show. So he's probably at a level where he's at least decent. So I know they said a lot of people who saw Earl when he was a kid, they were like, that was the worst show. He stood in one spot. It was terrible. I was like, he looks pretty like he got pretty good on YouTube. And I seen the interview where he did with Alchemist, where Alchemist was like, "Yo, perform all of your words. People came here to watch you rap. So he's like, no more backtracks, like rap. And so I was like, okay, that's encouraging. And the Earl show, boy, that joke, man, that was a good show. And that was about 69, nice 70-ish. So
bro,
that was a great show.
The worst person I ever saw perform was Lil Baby when he first came out. He opened up for 2 Chainz during the Pretty Girls Like Trap tour. Yeah, he legit didn't look at the crowd the whole time, and I think he pretty much only performed My Dog, but he just like walked back and forth on the stage with a hood on, like with his head down, just like going back and forth on the stage, like that's my dog for sure. That's my dog. I was like watching that. My thoughts was just like, bro, he's not gonna make it. Like I was like, bro, this is the worst performance I've ever seen. Like, yeah, he's finna be a one hit. And yeah, that boy, he was out of here for a little bit, He back down to like, normal level again, but for a minute, that boy was out of here.
Yeah, I remember when Lil Baby like first like came out or whatever, because I didn't know his backstory. All I remember was like because he was I know it now obviously, but he was famous in the streets like locally in Atlanta and like knew certain people, whatever, like celebrities and things like that. But I remember when my dog first came out, I was remember, yo, why is Gucci Man and Julio Jones posting this song on Instagram? Like it came out of nowhere. I had never heard of him before, and it just felt like all these local Atlanta celebrities was posting or whatever. But yeah, he took advantage of it though. He kept getting better as a rapper. I would say from like 2019 to about early 2022. Like he was you can make a case he was like number one, like him and Dirk around that time.
Right. No, facts.
Shout out, baby. I would say, bro, I've been to a lot of underground shows, and I went to like one underground festival where Skywater was the headliner. Like that's how underground it was, and it was one of those like where the underground artists in terms of like popularity, but also underground in terms of the sound. And you guys know the new underground sound with the where it just sound like that, like. And yeah, so probably some of those people who like don't sing the words, they just go, "What? Yeah!" Or like when it be like Diaper the Baby was crazy. Yeah, I can imagine. But his name was like Baby Jesus back then. But
Yeah,
I would say probably like also the street dudes. Street dudes when they start when they don't learn before they learn how to perform and stuff like that, but they just go like, "What that boy say?" And then they be holding it out like because all their homies on the stage with them, and their homies know the songs, so they be singing it with them. Ah, da, da, then we gon' kick, then we gon' slide down, blah, 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 blah. Like they going crazy. You pointed to me. I do not know who you are. I'm not gonna sing the rest of the line when you pointed. I don't know who you are, bro. So those are probably like the worst performers for sure. Like when they just do the what did I say? I don't know. I don't know what that boy said because I don't know this song. I don't know who you are.
Right. Yeah. It's it's when people on the come up, man, they get a little hype because they people around them be hyping them up, but it's like, man, you ain't really there yet, bro.
I remember we went to one of our classmates. They had like an open mic like performance. It wasn't their open mic, but they're performing like as a part of an open mic. This is like 10 years ago or whatever. And it was cool for maybe like the first minute of performing, like, yo, that's cool to see my classmate up there. And then after a while it was like, yo, I don't know a word of this song. I'm here to support or whatever, like cool, but it's like, the novelty of it. We're all watching people perform when you don't really know their catalog. If the performance isn't great, like Bad Bunny, perfect example. I don't know any of his songs, but he did enough. The performance was dope enough that it was entertaining. I didn't really care that I didn't know any of the songs. I just liked the performance. That's definitely
Right.
how art, to making people care about your stuff.
No, that's a fact.
That's a fact for sure.
Yeah,
I think
especially with Baby.
Suave does a good job of that, like, because he's mastered the art of like opening up for artists and people not knowing who he is and like just controlling the crowd. Like I think Suave does a great job of that.
Yeah, I still need to check his music out. I was just saying, even to cut you off, I was just still saying that picture of the baby is insane right there.
Yeah.
He's really walking around like this for years, bro. That's crazy.
The diaper with the Jordan 9s.
Yeah, diabolical, man.
Crazy ensemble. It worked though. Eventually, he got to where he was trying to make it.
Facts. Bro, did y'all hear that MTV stopped playing their 24-hour channels?
Yeah, I think they got rid of like MTV. Well, it's not MTV. It ain't been MTV Jams for a minute, but I know they switched it over to BET Jams at a certain point a couple years ago. I don't know if it's still running, but yeah, the rest of their video channels they got rid of, which is I don't even know if MTV2 is still a thing. I could be wrong, but
No, I think it's just only regular MTV now.
that is like we could do a whole podcast just talking about that. Yo, MTV used to be the center of everything. Like that was pop culture, and they had so many different types of shows for. They had shows for like the teenage white girls. They had shows about for hip hop fans. They had shows for every demographic was represented like musically and reality TV wise at one point, and they just completely flushed it all down the toilet.
No, facts. I mean, I just think, culture changed, bro. They wasn't able to keep up.
But they could have been like all them shows that was popping on Adult Swim, like Eric Andre's show, all them show, like that should have been on MTV. Like those were the type of shows they used to make, like Andy Milanakis show, stuff like that. Like, they used to, I don't know, they just started focusing too much on reality TV, and they got away from making, like when we was in high school, that was the last era of MTV being popping. That was like Jersey Shore, Teen Mom, like when it first came out, Fantasy Factory before, like that was the last era of MTV. It was still kind of relevant, but yeah, rest in peace MTV though, man. It's bad over there.
Yeah, man. Hopefully they can find a way to get it back going, man. Speaking of MTV, I was watching a clip recently of Courtney Love and Madonna. And the reason I got to that clip is because they allegedly said that they found new evidence that they feel Kurt Cobain was killed and it wasn't a suicide. Well, okay. Ooh.
I mean, we almost had to.
2 hours down the drain. All the money is gone.
But yeah, so they said that somebody unalived him instead of him unaliving himself, and which made me look into it because I was like, what? I just always thought, because he had an unaliving note, so I'm thinking, it wasn't. It was never no conspiracy to it. Man, I looked into that, bruh. So allegedly, he had took a lot of like heroin. Can you say the name of the drugs?
I mean, we said it now. I think people know what Kurt Cobain was on.
Yeah, but so allegedly, he had a significant amount of heroin in his system, and was able to, when they found his stuff, they found it just sitting there, like it was already like put back neatly. Like they put allegedly he did an OD amount of heroin that was in 5 times the amount of any of the local like ODs like in the state. It was 5 times that amount. And he had did it and then put the top back on and then neatly put all his needles and stuff back. And then after having an OD amount of heroin in his system, was able to like aim a shotgun to his head and unalive himself. And, they were looking at it and, examiners recently said that the amount was just enough to kill him by himself. Like that, he wouldn't even have survived that. So it's just like, when you're off with such a hallucinogenic drug, they say you wouldn't even really be able to control that. But I'm like, okay, like, but where's the conspiracy? Why would they think this? Bro, she owns 92% of Nirvana's catalog. And that if allegedly they were he was in talks of getting a divorce with her, and then if they would have got a divorce, she would have got nothing. But yes, she owns 92% of like David Grohl or whatever, like the drummer and everything. Like she blocked him from dropping music. Like that's why he had mad music to drop after that. And yeah, she's like the reason why like most of that stuff never came out.
Yeah, he had to go make Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
No, you keep going, bro.
Oh no, I was saying right to the Erica Kirk. But no, but that was it. But when I found that out, I was like, oh, like now this looks even more suspicious now, you know? Cause I'm like, you telling me if they would have divorced, she would have got nothing. But she owned 92% of Nirvana. Like that's wild. Well, she sold like 20% of it, like in the 2000s or something, but just to like for a few million, so she can like make some more money. But yeah, and you know, and then I was like, wow, okay, this kind of makes a little more sense of why there's more conspiracy to this than I ever thought. You know?
Hey man, we 2 hours in. I felt like Mo sent the lob up. I'm about to just say it. So that's the disclaimer. That's the heads up. Today I seen a white man on Twitter trying to throw a stain and dirt on the Reverend Jesse Jackson's legacy with a conspiracy that has been unverified and doesn't even make sense factually because Jesse Jackson in the hotel was on the bottom floor and MLK was on the top floor. He tried to say Jesse Jackson is the one that told them jokers to go back to the hotel, and he stood next to MLK on the balcony, and he moved out the way when the attack happened. Don't you dare try to fix your lips as a someone outside. You are outsider, first of all. But to throw dirt and diminish a man as great as the Reverend Jesse Jackson's legacy on the day that he passed.
Right.
Don't fix your lips to do that. You're not a part of this. You are outsider. Some of y'all outsiders got too comfortable with the internet to speak on things that you ain't got no business speaking about, especially in times of fresh grief. His body not even in the ground yet, and you talking, oh, we not doing that. We not allowing that. We not letting it fly, especially from no outsider. Throw some respect on the Reverend Jesse Jackson's name. You don't have to agree with everything he said or what he did. You live 84 years, there's going to be some things that people ain't agree with how you went about. It just is what it is. That's human nature. But we not disrespecting the Reverend Jesse Jackson's legacy. God rest his soul. That was a good man. And I just wanted to say that too.
Nah, facts. Because that's one of those things that it was only so many people there. And if none of the people there ever said this, it'd be different if it was like one of the people who were like in right there at that moment that was like, oh nah, like I saw him do blah blah blah. It was a little funny how Jesse, moved his head or whatever. But it's like if none of them people ever came out and said that, bro, now you just spreading misinformation, But that's what social media does at this, Social media just throws stuff out there, man, But
shout out to be Major too, by the way. Nas's verse, legendary line. I'm Jesse Jackson when King got. I survived the livest around. Lasted longer than more than half of these clowns. Look, I used to took before I had the game cooked. No, before I had the game took. Either way, my change came like Sam. Man, what the? Shout out to Nas here, man. Nasty Nas. What is we talking about?
No, facts.
To build my very own Motown. And then he came with his own Motown years later.
Right.
Man, y'all not seeing Nas, bro. He different.
Yeah.
But his boy still shouldn't have paid that Nas record in the verses. Go ahead, Jelani.
I said, no, it's a classic verse. The conspiracy theories be crazy. I mean, I've heard that theory before too, but I don't. It's certain ones I don't even care to even really give too much attention to. It's whoever was there knows what it was. Like and we kind of know it was the FBI. Like I don't know. Hey man, I don't even want to touch that one. Rest in peace, Jesse Jackson though.
Hey, is that Dennis behind?
Chill, man.
Hey, shout out to Dennis though. But yeah, nah. But I saw this one comedian going viral for his connection on the Erica Kirk thing. And I had, I was thinking it's just watching the whole thing. And I think I said it, or I wanted to say it on the pod or something. Cause I was like, the way that she was moving, I'm like, at this point, I'm convinced she got that man unalive. And he did this whole, it was a comedian just like, just talking about facts, and was like, the way that she met Charlie Kirk was she went in for a job interview and ended up like connecting with him. And then next thing you know, like they're married. And she has connections with Trump like prior to everything. Allegedly she's banned in Romania. She was running an orphanage that was, I think, abusing and kidnapping kids. And so
Those for sure you cannot say.
Huh?
I was just saying you can't say those words.
Oh, okay. But yeah. She but yeah, so allegedly, she banned in Romania for that. And yeah, it was just kind of like, oh wow, this is, and the crazy part, Candace Owens has been on this heavy, because she lost the love of her life. So, she been locked in on it, man. She been exposing all the dirt.
Yeah, I've been seeing her clips on TikTok. She doing a little ever since her bestie, transition. She been like a little. I ain't gonna say she going to the light side, but she like kind of she going against her base. She definitely been making videos, and a lot of the stuff is valid. It ain't like she's telling no lies. As far as a lot of stuff can be like the whole Erica texting the 15-year-old girl, that whole situation, like that stuff is weird. If you go look that information up, like she was, it was weird. Like it's a lot of stuff going on that's with the combination of that and like those files coming out, and the president, I feel like his fan base is kind of turning against him more than they ever have, just based off how the office is handling those files. Like it's an interesting time right now.
Right.
I think about that all the time. Like, okay, I gotta be careful here. Y'all done said so much. It's already cooked. All right, so we throw it that way. What do coons do? when they say something that make their base mad, and then their base call them like the hard R, like how do they react to that? Do they go like to me? Like, are they like, oh yeah, I know my people better than anybody else. Oh, that's just Joe.
They can keep shucking and jiving. Keep tap dancing.
Nah, facts.
Yeah, her she more popping than she ever been. I didn't know nothing about her, you know what I'm saying, before that happened. But that, like I said, people starting to they putting dots together. We can't say too much, but they starting to, they starting to put certain things together for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a lot going on out here, man. It's crazy, how, I don't know, one man can change the world. Shout out to
bro, Rilla popping, bro. Rilla she doing skits. She got endorsements.
No, facts.
She up right now. Hey,
No.
Candace fake decent in that picture.
Candace Owens is not ugly at
Yeah.
all.
She be having her moments from the right angle.
I do it.
I ain't gonna go that far, but you know.
Need like a Drake track.
Right.
No,
But, but yeah, man. I guess last topic I wanted to touch on.
Oh, hold on. You think she Evo Gabrielle Union? Are you going for that, Jelani?
no, she's not that bad. Gabrielle Union is still like a Hall of Famer, like first ballot. Oh,
I mean, yeah, I'll say Gabrielle Union's a Hall of Famer first ballot, but you know, I'll say Candace Owens is like Mo Williams 2008. You feel me? Like she had her moment. She made an all-star team.
I'm sure, but I was young. I mean, she not ugly. It's just like we comparing. It's just his levels, bro. Like peak. Not to say that she's still. I mean, she's a married woman, so I ain't even looking at her like that now. But like, young Gabrielle Union was like. People talk about generation.
Definitely not coming on the show now.
Yeah, we lost our D Wade interview. We say it respectfully about your wife.
Remember when Jimmy Butler said that on Instagram?
See, that was different because it's like, because they know each other in real life. That was kind of crazy. You're not supposed to comment "damn" under your homie's wife's picture.
I think he was playing for the Heat too at the time.
He was. No, I don't think he was on the Heat yet. I could be wrong, but I don't think he was. But yeah, that was crazy. He was on the Bulls, I think. Yeah, no, that was nasty.
Yeah. Hey, but shout out to Gabrielle Confederacy, man. So
yeah, seeing that picture, she not bad. Do you remember when somebody on Twitter just randomly just made a joke about, it was like somebody with 50 followers and they made a joke about D Wade getting pegged or whatever, and he responded to them like just out of nowhere. Like, I still to this day I don't know why he responded to this random person with 50 followers about that, because nobody was talking about it before he did that.
I don't know if you remember Glorilla. It was like an account with 13 followers, and the tweet had like 2 likes and 0 retweets, and it was from months ago, and it was like, Glorilla will never win a Grammy, and then she won a Grammy. She won a Grammy with Kirk Franklin and them, and she quote tweeted it, and she was like, yeah, I bookmarked this tweet months ago. I just wanted you to know that. The tweet had no followers, no likes or any. I said, bro, you like some celebrity that's sicko behavior, in my opinion.
yeah, no, that's crazy.
It's KD vibes.
Facts.
KD going crazy in the DMs, bro. He like, nah, come on back out. Nah, say something. Don't be tough now. I'm like, dang, KD, but I feel it, bro. Like, it's like with Trey Murphy. When Trey Murphy was like, dang, I wanted to be in a 3-point contest. Like, why didn't I mean? I'm like, I appreciate that, because people don't even care about All-Star Saturday night and all that, except for Dame and Giannis, bro. So the fact that you wanted to be in the 3-point contest, you wanted to participate, you wanted to be out there in LA and stuff like that, like, I respect that. I respect anybody who cares and cares about their craft and what they do for a living. Like, all respect to them, because too many people too cool nowadays, you know? People, they hate, oh, dang, so I gotta do media, man. Oh, man, I gotta go to the man. Hey, like LeBron said, he said, man, I'll be happy if I don't get selected. If I do get selected, I know where I'm going. If I don't, I know where I'm going. Like, that whole thing, bro, like, of just hating the All-Star game, hating to do your job. Just do your job, bro. Like, gosh, Lee, bro, you get paid millions of dollars to play a game you claim you love your whole life. And now you want to, man, I got to go to this thing, do this thing, bro. Like, gosh, Lee, man, like, it get on my nerves, dog. So when people care, I appreciate when people care. So KD, the fact that he cares, I appreciate that. But throwing your teammates under the bus after you already got exposed for throwing your former teammates under the bus in your previous stops, you might have a problem, dog. You might have a problem. Stop talking about your coworkers like that, bro.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's like, man, I don't know. You keep these, like, you can have these conversations with people. You know, you don't have to. You could text this to them, like have like a iMessage group chat. You know, have a WhatsApp group chat. Have any other group chat, but why are you DMing on Twitter? You know, it's like he loves that stuff, man. You know, he addicted to it for real.
Twitter and basketball. His favorite hobbies.
I mean, regardless, bro, like you shouldn't be calling your coworkers the R word. You know what I'm saying? When you know you can't say the R word no more, like we can't say that no more. So, and it wasn't like you were saying, oh, it was turned up. It got, you know, like how Black Eyed Peas use it. You saying it like in a derogatory way towards one person, one specific person. Like that's just messed up to say, bro. Like it is. It's just messed up to say. So, and then you made the joke about the whole Palestine situation. Like, come on, dog. Like, what are we doing, bro? So all y'all got outed. Bron got outed. Bron already let his stance known October 7th. People let it slide because he Bron. But he put out a whole statement with a little signature with the Clutch and or LeBron James Foundation. The acts on October 7th were heinous. And, you know, he already did that. But now he fully came out as what side he on. Steph got exposed. Ain't nobody asked Steph one question about it yet, but we all know what he got to say about it because we seen the tattoos and all the stories. Draymond, he get away with it, but of course Draymond just gonna turn around and put the black card on it. Oh, y'all want to paint me as an angry black man? Well, yes, Draymond, when you out there playing football on a basketball court for 10 years, people going, they're gonna start to call you a crazy black man. So Draymond got exposed. Who else got exposed? KD got exposed, and he made a joke about it. So all y'all boys is exposed. The league is exposed. Everybody exposed. It's just whack, dog. But am I going to protest it and boycott it like I did the NFL? I didn't really care about football, so it was easier for me to step away from the NFL for a couple of years. Basketball, that's my lifeline. I'm not about to leave the NBA over that, but I ain't gonna be happy supporting the product.
Yeah, you just stream it. You know what I mean? So you gotta do.
I'm gonna be watching with a mean face.
Right. You gotta pretend like you're not enjoying the games.
I got to do like how black folks did in 2016. They boycotted the NFL. No. 2017. Boycotted the NFL and then went to Super Bowl parties at the end of the year.
Right.
That's what we do. That's right up our alley.
Yeah, but you know, hey, we're not boycotting the NBA, man. We gotta Rock Nation just dropped the 5K, bro. So, you know, hey, whatever they need us to support, man, you know, we there.
Holla, it's The Rock. We in the building.
Hey, this week, Rashad, go ahead and get you know, we usually do the cover photos. Just go ahead and get us get a picture of all of us right here.
Hey, if the boss man want me to support, you know, what Dr. Umar call them the untouchables. if you want us to support the untouchables, man, I can't go, bro. Like you just gonna have to let me go, Hove. I'm sorry, bro. It is what it is. And the fact that the people call you Hove is insane, dog. By the way, whole nother discussion. But I'll say Jay. I ain't man.
That's my favorite rapper, and I never call him Hov. I don't got no issue with him, but I because it came from him, like Jay-Z, and then Jehovah, like Jehovah, like. But I just never like. I don't know.
Look at the Bomb Boys, bro.
The Bomb Boys is crazy.
Look at the Bomb Boys, man. Doing it big. Bomb Boys.
Big IDF energy.
Big Z. And I ain't talking about Zion.
Nah, facts.
The NBA was promised to them.
I ain't gonna lie. The Zionists versus the Humanitarians All-Star game. Oh yeah, Zion is definitely winning.
Them three plus Denny Avia.
Yeah, Denny.
They don't even need a fifth guy. They just run those four out there.
And then we have, or the Humanitarians have. I don't know what side y'all stand on, but
No, I'm with the Humanitarians.
Humanitarians, they got Wemby and Kyrie, but Kyrie's out with ACL right now, so it ain't looking too good. Oh, Dwight Howard, he coming out of retirement. Maybe something,
Okay. They hooping live from Tel Aviv.
Yeah, Humanitarians getting cooked, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. Hey man, why we taught the blind singers?
What you mean?
I mean, ain't no blind singers no more, bro. It was like
Yo. I was wondering where you were going with this.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about it, bro. It's like, I guess there's only really two, but I mean, they were both so big, So like, there go. There's a few of them, but I don't know. Like, what's
you said blind? I thought you said blonde singer. You said blind singers. I'm thinking of like Sabrina Carpenter and stuff. Okay, you said blind singer. All right,
Sabrina Carpenter.
They said blondes. I'm like, bro, it's a bunch of women with blonde hair. That's okay. You said blind. Yeah, no, we haven't had a blind singer in a long time.
Yeah, Beethoven was blind.
No, but you got to think, bro. Beyond that, Helen Keller. We ain't got nobody that's like extremely talented. They got superpowers from that. Like, Blind Fury would be considered the last one for real, bro. Blind Fury. Shout out Blind Fury.
True. Have you ever heard the conspiracy theory that Helen Keller wasn't real?
Nah.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody. Well, not somebody, but that's a real conspiracy theory that she was never. It's like there's also the conspiracy theory that Shakespeare had a ghostwriter. That was a black woman.
Oh, I definitely believe that one. Yeah.
Or that yeah.
Because you got to think if the biggest producers, right? Like, I want to throw out names, but Home Team can't do that to Home Team publicly. If they got ghost producers, then for sure some of the greatest so-and-sos, I think all throughout history, had ghost people behind them.
Well, I mean, they don't even believe that Shakespeare was a real person.
I was just about to say, yeah, it's the other theory.
So Shakespeare ain't a person?
Oh, you never heard that, bro? There's no
I heard he didn't write his stuff. It was a black woman. I heard that, but I didn't hear he not a real person.
There's no real evidence of Shakespeare. There's just a name of Shakespeare. Like, they don't know when he was born. There's no like actual photos of him. It's just, yeah, like Shakespeare is really like just a name, William Shakespeare.
And it's crazy because it's like the most well-known writer of all time. Like they passed over 500 years ago, and we still know that person to this day. That's crazy.
Bro, before medicine, bro, people used to just be dropping, bro. Look at it. 64 to 16. That ain't a long time. How long is that? How old was he?
Nah, that's low-key a long time.
52?
I mean, it's people dying of heart attacks. There's people dying of heart attacks right now, 52. But back then, I feel like low-key, that was longer than. I feel like life expectancy back then was way lower. Like you catch the cold back then, it wasn't even no NyQuil.
It'd be raps.
Yeah.
You get a low cough, you start saying your prayers.
But you see right there, they say records exist of his baptism, but not his actual birth. and they say he'll bury. But it's just like there's no real, from what I've seen, you know, like I've seen the conspiracy where they'll just like there's no real. But you know, AI is going to say this is all real, bro. You know, they ain't going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't trust the AI because it might be. I could see it more so. I definitely could see that being a thing where Shakespeare was not. I mean, back it would be like an elaborate thing, but I could see, or maybe Shakespeare was somebody else. It could be a situation where Shakespeare wasn't that person's name. Like they changed their name to something like that. You know, it's like a rapper. You know, picking their name.
A lot of people think it was a noble because nobles couldn't like actually like write and like they wouldn't be accepted in society to be able to do that, to be able to like write and be a poet and things of that nature. So they think it was like a noble or something. So that's one of the main multiple class of it. I don't see thing was a whole. They believe there's no way. You know, we should do it, yeah. I mean, but hey, you never know, bro.
On a basic level, how do you learn English if you can't see and you can't hear?
Hey, I always thought that. I ain't gonna hold you. I definitely always
how
thought
you write a book in books with an S. You can't see, you can't hear. All you can do is feel, touch. That's all you can do. So to learn Morse code, if you blind, you can learn Morse code because someone's telling you, hey, 3 taps, that's X. 2 taps, that's Y. You know, you can learn. If you can't even hear the instruction of what you tapping, you just
right.
So how bro? Like,
no, I ain't trying to have the Helen Keller estate at our neck or whatever, but I think it's probably a thing where she was real, but they exaggerated certain things that she did.
Yeah, facts. But hey, man, moral of the story is we need to support more blind people, man. We need to get them back out here.
Yeah, we need a blind drill rapper.
Yeah, we Blind Fury, the last one, but that was like 20 years ago. It's time for this generation to have a new guy.
Exactly.
Well, okay, technically, Fetty Wap was partially blind.
You can see though.
I feel like he counts 50%. Not even being funny. Like he did like he you know what I liked about Fetty Wap is that he owned it and like made it a thing.
Right.
Like, I mean, but look at this picture. Do you really think she know what she's doing?
Yeah, you know, it's hey man. You know, it was a lot easier to you know sell those type of things, like these type of stories back then, you know. So maybe I don't know. I don't want to discredit her if she was, but like it's just it's hard to believe, you know. Let's put it like that. Shout out to Helen Keller.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode, y'all. Shout out to Helen
Keller. Yeah, you know. I wonder. I don't even know if they still teach. Well, I guess they do teach kids about Helen Keller still. They used to teach us about random white people in school, bro. Now that I'm thinking about, like, why do I know about Leif Erikson? Why are they teaching me about this?
No, fact.
Vasco da Gama. Like, why do I need to know?
We had one unit on black people every year, bro, and it was the same one. The industrial slave trade, bro, the transatlantic slave trade. That's all we learned about black people, bro. Every year we had one unit for like 2 weeks about black people, and it'll just be black trauma. Okay, all right, back to these random white revolutionary people,
bro. Just white people over and over. White explorers, bro. All different. I could name a bunch of just random white explorers from.
Yo, Jelani, bro, I got one for you. Did you see FD Signifier's joint yesterday before he took it down?
I think he's supposed to upload it again, but I saw a lot of people talking about
Dang,
Yeah, I
something
didn't catch it.
got hacked. Hey, if you on Twitter, don't fall for it. Hey, can you vote for my podcast? If you get a vote, don't click on that link. Them folks got hacked.
But yeah, is he? What were you saying about the video?
Oh no. I brought it up because in it, FD he just goes on a rant about how he grew up in class and they would watch a movie every 2 weeks, and every time it was a black movie, it would just be about slaves. And he'd be like, "Can we stop watching slave movies?" And he got kicked out the class. So every time it was the second Friday and it was time to play a slave movie, he had to go to ISS until the period was over. And I mean, that's real. Like, we literally learned nothing else about black people other than the fact that they were slaves.
Slaves, MLK, George Washington Carver. That's about it.
Facts.
Was George Washington Carver an indentured servant? Oh,
No, I don't know if he was, but I was just saying like that's all we really learned about was like
no. I'm saying because if he was, then that's an extension of slavery.
Oh,
Yeah,
No,
like,
he
he's
was
been
just
following
a that man just a black man who did some crazy stuff for peanuts. He was not a indentured servant. He was around in like the early 1900s. Like they wasn't still doing indentured servants then. Well,
it was on the low, but I don't think he was one of them. They still like slavery is weird because they have like the official end date technically, but like it was still going. Like there's people who like in the deep south, like their great grandparents was like
if you go to a specific part of Lowndes County right now, you still see some slaves out there. They don't know it's 2026.
See, that's crazy. I don't know if that's yeah, I don't know if that's cool.
I said, "You's free now. You's free now." They don't know.
Yeah, you see, this man was 1938. They wasn't doing indentured service there.
Yeah, by that point, it was. I mean, it was still. Don't get me twisted, though. It was still. Well, it wasn't technically indentured service. They used to have people that would live on. They couldn't afford to.
Like sharecroppers.
Yeah, exactly. They worked the land, so they technically wasn't slaves, but like they was working for. Like, working for shelter, basically.
Yeah. Hey, but shout out that boy George Washington Carver. Shout out
I didn't know he was
Douglass.
so young. 38. That is not that far away from like right now. That's less than 100 years from today.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know he was so. I'm thinking he 1800s.
Nah, yeah. I knew. Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, I know he definitely wasn't like he was in more modern time than you think,
Yeah, this is literally post Harlem Renaissance.
Right.
That's crazy.
So peanut butter isn't 100 years old.
I mean, check to see because I mean that's him in his lab in 1938.
I just Googled.
Wait, hold on. Oh no. Hey, AI, get this right. What are we talking about? Man, get this, man.
Not they gave it to Kellogg.
Come on, that's what I'm saying, bro. He ain't invent nothing but some cereal, bro.
Wait, I don't know if George Washington Carver invented peanut butter. I thought he just did a bunch of stuff with peanuts itself.
Wait, hold on. Is my whole life a lie? George Washington. Wait,
this Mandela effect?
It might be. He might have invented, but I thought it was that he did like a bunch of like technology.
Bruh, no.
Yeah, he just did stuff with peanuts.
What he do with peanuts?
Oh man. Hey, I ain't going back to school. So if you want to comment, go back to school. Y'all need to go. I ain't going back to school. That's no.
Hey, click on what.
You nah, bro. This is what you call, bro, a prominent example of the Mandela effect. But this is gaslighting to the T, bro. trying to tell me as a grown man that George Washington Carver never invented peanut butter my entire life. Because who created the stoplight, right? Who is that?
I don't know.
Oh man,
That was a black man.
It was a black man too, and I'm forgetting his name.
Who invented the traffic light? Garrett Morgan.
Okay.
Garrett Morgan Sr. Okay, so they giving him the credit still. Let me make sure now. Okay, Super Soaker. That was a black man as well. Super Soaker inventor. Lonnie Johnson. That's a black man as well. He just got some money from some folks. Yeah, because he just won something against like Harpo. He's 76. This joker live in Mobile.
Black history legend.
I could talk to him. Man, I want to talk to him now. Bro, let's bring Lonnie Johnson on the pod, man.
That look here be a good episode.
You know who I really want to interview, bro? And I reached out to him. I reached out to him before a couple years ago, and they was like, you got to pay. And then this year I was like, I'm willing to pay. Ruby Bridges.
I say drop that check.
They ain't hit me back. Well, it's a busy time of year, I can imagine, for Ruby Bridges.
Yeah, facts.
She don't live in the South no more. I think she live in the Bay because she was at the Warriors game. That's what made me think of her again this year. But this is crazy. Like, how you gonna tell me like he didn't create it? He never created it. He simply found 100 uses for peanuts. So people think one of them was the most famous use, which is peanut butter. This is insane. When you Google it, you see all sorts of stuff saying this is one of the biggest historical misconceptions. I recall learning it was him, but it also falls into the category of Columbus not discovering Earth is round. Ben Franklin not discovering. Ben Franklin didn't discover electricity. Who did? Thomas Edison? Who discovered electricity? Who discovered? I'm like, bro.
See, we don't went down a whole like historical
electricity. What the freak? Who is this? They said, I seen something. It was like Kakila Tuturo. I said, who is that? Michael Faraday. Okay, yeah, this is, bro. So what's the point of school if everything they teach us is wrong?
Yeah, I got to do my research on what his uses were, but it was like technological stuff that I remember. I want to say.
So George Washington Carver ain't do nothing.
Nah, we ain't gonna say that. He did. He found out it was like certain stuff with peanuts. He now let me as we wind into 1 o'clock. Let me just look up real quick, like a quick synopsis. Uses of peanuts. Beverages, dishes, ice creams, cosmetics, household items.
He low key was BSing. I ain't gonna hold you.
Say it again.
He was low key BSing.
Nah, that's crazy. We gotta we can't we gotta come on. That's crazy.
What they say he was doing with the peanuts?
He's making dishes.
He's making dishes. He was using it for products too, like household items, stuff like that. Clean up around the house.
Is that peanut punch? Oh, come on.
Yes, man, I'm cool on that.
Bro, nah, bro. Come on, man. Hey, I respect the finesse.
Hey, we can't do this on Black History Month.
Hey, no. You get some. It's a peanut cabinet. Ooh, like, dang, this man a genius.
Hey, you actually, I got some peanut for that.
He said, you heard of peanut butter? This is peanut cocoa butter. So it's like cocoa butter, but it's made of peanuts. So it's gonna smell, you're gonna smell. I smell peanut butter, man. I got you. Go ahead, bro.
This man has shampoo, shaving cream.
Yeah, it says soap.
This
But you
man
got to
makes,
think, corn is in like batteries, so maybe it's like how corn is in everything.
bro. This man made gasoline out of peanuts.
Hey, ain't that what Buddy do on TikTok? My
I ain't
boy,
never
that's
seen
my
it.
boy. What's his name? That's my boy too.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't know.
Yeah, my boy who made the thing in the car, the alternative gas. Yeah,
They thought he had went missing.
yeah. He had to lay low. Boy from Douglasville.
Hey, that boy made peanut brittle. Shout out to him.
Okay, all right. Peanut brittle, yeah. Shout out peanut brittle. That is a delicious snack.
Oh, he invented peanut butter?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
hey, we giving him that. Happy Black
Nah,
History
we
Month.
gonna give George Washington Carver his flowers, man. Like I said, he was making cleaning supplies, you know.
Yeah.
He had to be fired to be as recognized as he was. Like
Facts,
we all recognize him.
Shout out Jackie Robinson. Go ahead, Mo.
I'm about to say, why we don't use none of it today though?
Hey, chill out.
They might still be used in
can add
certain
that on March
stuff.
1st.
I feel like certain inventions they still got them in there. It might be an ingredients list and we just don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
I found him.
Yeah.
Julian Brown.
Yeah.
Shout out Julian Brown, Black History. Who else we want to shout out Black History in the episode? Etta James for singing that last.
Oh,
So random.
shout out to her.
Who I'm gonna shout out for Black History? I'm gonna shout out my grandparents. You know, they was shout out to y'all's grandparents, y'all ancestors too.
Hey, facts. Yeah. Shout out my grandma. Worked for TSU for I think over 60 years.
Oh yeah, that's fire for sure.
That's beautiful.
Okay, it might have been like 40. But
I said, dang, she started when she was like 12.
But I will say she did. She worked there when Oprah went there. So
Dang.
yeah. So
Shout out
yeah,
to grandma for sure. You know, yes, I am a part of Black history. It is true. So even though I'm like really young, it's kind of funny to like think about I am Black history. I was the first Black editor at the Valley Times News in Lynette, Alabama. So that is a thing, which is
Right.
crazy. When I found out, I was like probably 22, and an older Black man came up to me in the parking lot, and he said, "You are the first in your position at the paper." I said, "What?" It's like 2018. The paper probably been around since the early 1900s, and we asked around, and it was true. And I was like, "That's crazy." So, hey,
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Salute.
Thank you. My grandma as well. Alma Byron Hill. She got the Alma J. Hill building up in Trenton, New Jersey. She was known as the Mother Teresa of Trenton. When she passed away, it was on the front page of the local paper in Trenton, New Jersey. Yeah, for sure. Salute to her and her giving spirit for sure. Nice lady.
Salute to the OG.
shout out all them, man. Shout out my grandpa, my great grandpa. Fought in, Vietnam and fought in World War II. I don't know what they did out there, but they was there.
It made the presence felt.
Right.
Their presence fell. I want to shout out my late cousin as well, Herman Boone, the coach from Remember the Titans in real life. That was my cousin, so I never met him though. But my uncles did. They got a picture with him and my grandfather at one of the family reunions. So shout out Herman Boone, Black History.
That's crazy.
Hey.
Left side, strong side. Classic movie.
But
I was just saying I'm done though. We could close out here, man, because it is 1 a.m. on Wednesday.
Literally.
All right, fellas, where can the people find you guys on socials?
All right, I made a new Facebook for the what's the name of the Facebook? Hold on, not Facebook. I made the Facebook is under construction, but did make a Instagram for the podcast. Hold on, do we have some notifications? It's the 1 a.m. podcast. Very simple on Instagram. You can find us there, and then on TikTok, you can find us. You literally can be open at TikTok right now. I'm trying to go to the profile right now. Sorry about that, guys.
oh, I thought that was one of on the soundboard. I was like, all right,
No, I was trying to open the TikTok. That was yeah. I'm bad. I'm so bad with technology, bro. All right, here we go. What is the name of the? See, now it's trying to take me to make a TikTok. This is very awkward right now. But yeah, the Instagram is the 1 a.m. podcast, and then
how's the spelled?
Oh, the like regular the, and then the TikTok is the 1 a.m. pod. There we go. All right, yeah, I got to make a new Twitter account and Facebook, possibly a Snapchat. You know, but yeah, we got 2 clips on each so far. Yeah, but more to come. Very more to come. Many more to come. That was a whole experience right there.
No, facts. Yeah, you can find me on TikTok at RubberBandMo. You can find me on IG at RBMO___. And lastly, you can find me on X at MoKnows_. Yeah, we out here. We out here.
We out here, baby. Woody. I know I'm gonna enjoy this sleep. I hope you guys enjoy y'all sleep too. Hey, everybody, the night shift, hold it down. POP. It's all love, man. We will see you guys next week. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Peace.
Throw your motherfucking hands.
Get 'em high.